flexibility when it comes to lanes, at least from both teams. So this is something which, ladies and gentlemen, you want to keep an eye out for, especially since between these two teams, the first game into the groups always starts the momentum. It gets you that confidence boost. And the good thing about a best of 3 is you don't have all that unnecessary pressure around you, worrying about what kind of mistakes you're potentially gonna make. What happens if you screw up this BO1? But in a best of 3, it's always about that. It's about showing who adapts faster, who learns faster, who's able to find out that counter. And this is the difference between Tier 1 teams and Tier 2 teams, because Tier 2 teams, they play too reactive. Tier 1 teams are about, no, we can figure out how to play against this. If we really can't, then okay, then will we ban it out. But the Chen comes up for Misery. And NIP, I'm not sure whether the Chen pick is that wise, considering the Winter Wyvern has already been picked up. And this is a hero which has pretty strong wave clear, and it's great against lineups which could potentially try to dive the Drow. It's also great for the Drow strats. It's pretty decent for push. Tiny mechanics here and there where you just Cold Embrace the creep, prolongs to push a tiny bit more. And the Wind Ranger pick actually comes up. Is this a Saxa Wind Ranger, or are we gonna see a Fata Wind Ranger? Okay, I believe this should be the first time we're actually seeing this pick up for NIP. I mean, Saxa, he's played Wind Ranger a lot before, but in the past month, this should be the first time. And Pain Gaming, the Chen, the Tiny Enigma. What will be the carry pick coming up for Pain Gaming? Unless, of course, they do decide something cheesy like, maybe a tiny carry, tiny mid. They have those options. They could, of course, decide to go back into, say, the Brewmaster pick, which they were usually so fond of. But in this case, probably not. Actually, what I find very, most intriguing about the draft so far, especially from the bans, is that Phoenix is left in the pool. Both teams have kind of shied away from Phoenix, and Phoenix was actually one of the most picked heroes of Pain Gaming, despite having a 20% win rate on that hero. And NIP, that was one of their most banned hero. Oh, hold that thought. It was actually one of their most picked heroes as well. And they actually have a 0% win rate on that hero. But at the rate this game is going, the Phoenix support could potentially be too slow-paced for this. So actually, yes, it will be a core Tiny. The Chen, the Earth Spirit comes out. So like I said, they have that option. The flexibility is there from Pain Gaming. They have done this more than once. This is something which I like about the Brazilian team. I can't even say who I really favor going into this particular series because of how even it is between both these teams. So let's see. Waiting until the final phase of the bans. NIP. You see the Earth Spirit pick. You want to be careful, especially about heroes. Since NIP, they do like to favor that Storm Spirit pick. Unless on some... especially for both these two teams, they like to favor these strong mid-lane heroes. Strong laning heroes, your TA. Not so much the Storm, your DK at some point, but Pain Gaming did pick at ESL. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them since they did get countered by like a Cheese, Timbersaw mid. But alright, so the Huskar pick does come out. No surprise for NIP. They have the safety, and all they need now is pretty much that one frontliner to start fights for them. And it's very, very apparent right now that the Huskar strat from NIP, this is just them. They want to take a game one nice and quick, and then we can proceed on with the rest of the series. Especially with that game one, that mental advantage going on so early in the morning. Only time will tell. Who is the mentally stronger going into this series between these two teams? And I'm pretty sure the Misery, with Weeha, these guys, they actually left the roster after TI, but rejoining Pain Gaming back, that'll be pretty good. So, NIP, what hero could go here with Mind Control? I mean, we've often seen his Beastmaster, Nature's Prophet was banned down. I feel like we should be seeing something like offlane pick. I don't know, so I almost feel like we might see something like a Tide Hunt, something tanky, something beefy, not Tide. LC pick could be pretty good here. LC is great for the Huskar. It's hard to gank, and not to mention the wave clear from the Legion Commander. We might be seeing that from Mind Control. What other heroes are there left in the pool? Are we missing anything, actually? I mean, we have seen the... what else? I don't think we'll be seeing a Bloodseeker. Unless, of course, the Broodmother is left in the pool. We could actually see a Mind Control pick that up for NIP. So... Axe was banned. Oh no, of course. Do we still see the Ogre? I don't know. I don't think... Actually, wait. Ogre could be pretty good here. Ogre could be pretty good for NIP. It's tanky. The Bloodlust works extremely well with the Huskar, with the Drow Ranger. And it allows Wind Ranger to pretty much take the farm priority in the role as a 4. That's the good thing about having the Ogre and the Wind Ranger off lane. I'm pretty sure NIP, they have those options for them. The Bad Rider ban, let's see. So something, I feel like Pain Gaming needs that late gaming hero, but right now it feels very all in about that mid game draft with the Earth Spirit and the Chen. Then I want to push real fast with the Enigma as well. Not too late for them to go into the Invoker pick. So did they actually do ban the Broodmother? Afraid that, since they don't have last pick, and that's why they banned the Broodmother. I'm surprised that they didn't ban it. They didn't pick it up for themselves. They had that option, but it looks like they decided, nah, it's too all in. Because then it pretty much makes the rotations of lanes very inflexible. Considering how NIP, they like to group up fast. Broodmother is not usually that kind of hero. Although we have seen variations of the Broodmother where they usually like to go into like, say, that Helm of Dawn build, something to accelerate the mid game. But alright, it looks like the Centaur Warrunner pick comes up for Mind Control. That's great. It works really nicely with the Wind Ranger. I did talk about how you needed that one beefy here to stand in front. Centaur will be that pick. Strong laner as well. Does pretty good against Tiny. Like, even with the Tiny Avalanche Toss combo, you can't really kill a Centaur. So, is this going to be the Wyvern pairing up with the Centaur? I would assume so. Considering, so far, NIP, I would like the Wyvern with the Centaur. The damage and the heal is just too good to give up. And Wind Ranger could be more susceptible to all these kills here and there. Wind Ranger actually is also a hero which can deal very nicely with the Eidolon push. So they do okay. It's all about who pretty much wins the laning here. Can Misery's Chen, do enough during the laning phase? So Pain Gaming, pretty sure this is going to be Weeha's hero. Is this the Invoker? Actually, hold that thought. A new hero comes up. It will be the Chaos Knight. So we're actually going to see Archangel. Okay, the Chaos Knight safe lane. Wow. So Weeha Tiny mid going up against Fata. Is this it? Wow. Okay, so Misery has a lot to do this game, which is he has to help out the middle lane, he has to help out the off lane. I'm pretty sure once he helps Tavo out a bit, pressure the draw. It's a draw. I'm not so sure if an Earth Spirit can pretty much fill that, because right now it looks like they have 2 pause 4 heroes. I'm pretty confident that Misery is going to be playing that 5. Sometimes from their drafts, they kind of do this pseudo, like both pause 4 kind of, where both players, depending on who has the better ganking, can actually take up that 4 role. So it's very flexible. But I like the Chaos Knight pick here. It's great against Huskar. Overwhelming physical damage. It's a tanky hero as well. And it does pretty good against the Centaur Warrunner. It's that one hero where if you get that lucky Phantasm proc with the extra illusion, you can do some serious damage, especially against a Huskar. And NIP don't have the best of ways to deal with it besides the Winter Wyvern. So this is the battle of cooldowns as well between both teams. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, yep, this is NIP versus Pain Gaming here on the PGL 3 stream. I'm Hades, solo casting game 1 for now. Lysander should be jumping on in game 2. And of course, the best thing to do, I would say, about the KL Major right now, at least in this particular series, is that both these teams struggling in their win percentages. Trying to find their stars, trying to find the momentum heading into the DPC. They struggled at ESL, I believe. Some of them didn't. They did okay-ish in Dream League. So we shall see if they can, especially with Mind Control. Sometimes it's always good to have that boost. I won't really dwell into who is better as a player 33 and Mind Control. Obviously, both players, they have their strengths, they have their weaknesses. But Mind Control, being a TI winner, there is some value here to be taken, especially into this team. And I actually feel like the underdogs here actually would be Pain Gaming. That's what I feel, because these guys, they like to pull out these surprises here and there, and this is just proof of it. But there's a lot to do, because right now the battle for the late game, Ace on the Drow Ranger, he's gonna have a hard time. Like Tiny, if you get that blink, you get on top of him, Drow just pops. A lot of Huskar's damage is gone, and they have lots of way to deal with it. Like the Chaos Knight, the Chen, there's plenty of control. Unless, of course, the Huskar gets a great start against Riha. So that's what I feel should be happening here. But I'm excited to see the Saksa Wind Ranger. We haven't seen this too much. Wind Ranger is a hero which has kind of fallen off the meta. We haven't seen that in the past 4. Hype, especially, since, for those of you who probably don't know, or some of you who haven't really kept up to date, we have 7.2 at the next patch after the KL Major. So there's something else for you guys to be hyped to. Besides enjoying all the wonderful games coming up for you guys here at this, I would say, the first C Major of the DPC. Lots of things to look forward to. So Earth Spirit. Who do you want to gank first at level 1? The Elf Spirit pick, well, I'm not even sure if it's worth trying to gank the Huskar, because if you do put the Wind Ranger mid, it makes things very, very difficult. Like, I hope it doesn't get into that 2-2 situation, but the best thing about it right now is that I think the Chen should be staying to help out the side lanes, and the Earth Spirit concentrates on his efforts onto ganking the Fata. That's what I feel most likely should happen. It's most efficient as well. But other than that, this is if I had to predict, I would go with Pain Gaming for game 1. Purely because I like the CK pick. It's a surprise factor. Are we facing some DC issues? Yeah, so we are facing some tech issues. So don't worry, guys. These are just temporary. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and of course, thank you guys for all tuning in. It's raining right now, just outside the studio, but that shouldn't, douse our moods. Always good to start with some major Dota. This is the first time I'm, of course, being a part of the major on the talent list, so I'm very excited for this. I wasn't surprised that the Enigma pick was something which was going to be highly contested, but something tells me that NIP, this is why they still decide to go with the draw pick, purely because of how fast-paced it is. Yes, you will struggle during the laning, but the laning, I would say this is a big difference, at least between Tier 1 teams and Tier 2 teams, is that even though the lanes go bad, they still somehow find a way. They understand that the mid-game is what is more important, especially with the drafts. Alright, so not bad. Here in the KL Major already, we're starting to see some new heroes popping up. We haven't really seen CK pick too often. This is a hero that, despite all these tiny buffs here and there, it's a hero which has struggled to find its place into the meta, which I feel is pretty good. Wind Ranger as well as a hero which I'm not sure if it actually does work out this well this game. It's not a hero which does too well against the Chaos Knight. It's tough against the Chen. The shackles are really hard to land this game, so sucks. It's an amazing game. And for the Huskar pick, well, this is something which they like to go back to, right? NIP, they like to have these, I wouldn't say cheesy, but these very, very annoying cancerous heroes like Huskar, Aquad, and Meepo, Broodmother. These are the heroes which often, even in pubs alone, you face them, you're just like, I don't want to play against that stuff. It's very hard. And not to mention Broodmother often, lots of us, PTSD. Is that one hero just wins the lanes. And for NIP to ban it out, well, okay, hold that thought. Looks like the tech issues are solved. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, NIP versus Pain Gaming. And here we go. Alright, so how are you guys doing? I still lean towards Pain Gaming. I stand by it. And there we go, quickly introducing the teams. It will be Saksa playing on the Wind Ranger, PPD, the captain, on the Wind to Wyvern, Mind Control. Our TI winner stand-in on the Centaur War Runner. Fata actually playing the safe lane Huskar. Wow, are they actually doing a Drow? It will be a dual mid lane. Ace on the Drow Ranger. On the dire side for Pain Gaming, Archangel playing on the Chaos Knight. You will have Misery playing on the Chen. You're going to have Weeha playing on the mid Tiny. Mr. King Gao. King RD playing on the Earth Spirit. And Tavo on the Enigma. So already wandering around into the enemy jungle just to try and spot the lane out. Perhaps looking for that courier snipe. But Fata actually has to pull tangos. Now I think Ace is going to help him block the wave. I think this is what's happening here. He's going to help him block the wave. Well, Fata just kind of baits, just in case, That's what's going on. Because I don't think Drow's a good lane against the tiny mid. It's something which you don't really want to see. And they should be having some fun contesting this top bounty run. Unless, of course, Pain Gaming decide that they don't want to play against it. But hold it out with the Chen and the CK. They might considering going for this. They do get the stomp out. Even the Saksa is here. HFN, he needs to get the hell out of there. Alright, so just like that. Looks like the Drow having a bit of a solo lane for now. Probably realized that they need to prioritize giving him that solo EXP, but no, it actually looks like Saksa will end up going back to the bottom lane, like I said, with the Wind Ranger actually prioritizing the Centaur top. So they realized that this game they need the Centaur to get a great start. Or at least a good enough start that he can go around controlling the tempo of the game for NIP. Mid lane, Weeha getting zoned out a little bit. The creep wave wasn't exactly where he liked. Fata does get a superior block, but because of this, actually the wave will push in. This is the best period where, especially for the Tiny, you can trade hits with the Huskar, who did go for the level 1 Flaming Spears. Bottom lane is where all the mess is at with the Enigma pick. This is something which they're confident with. They get a Shackle onto King RD. Earthshaker might actually end up going down here. This should be first blood. Saksa with the first blood. And already the Wind Ranger pick. I had my doubts, but it's starting to shine. Top lane, they're trying to get a couple of zones out. They do get the stun onto the Centaur. Mind control is low. Still has the hoof stomp. But there's nothing left. Just solves up. So not a good stuff for Pain Gaming. Oh, they actually get a wonderful Shackle for Saksa. And Tavo, he has to be very careful. Tangos and 4 mangoes. This guy's going for straight out sustainability in the lane. Very curious as to see what his itemization will go into, which will shed some insight on how they will go for the lanes. Splinter Blast just to mess around with the CK a little bit. We are going for the toss combo, trying to go here into Fata. Brings him quite low, but he has the Berserker's Blood. Actually diving under the tower for this. Needs one more hit. Blocked by the creep wave. And no, Fata's still alive. Has the HP, but Weeha ends up going down to the tower, and Fata somehow survives that. Whew. Not sure if that was necessary. And that's going to deny him quite a fair bit of EXP, including one range creep. And that's going to be 72, but, they're kind of even still on the CS chart. Top lane, once again, trying to go here onto the CK. Misery, just trying to mess around with the Hellbear Smasher, but nothing they can do. But 2-0 to NIP. I still feel this is a very awkward lane, probably because we don't see this too often between the Enigma and the Earth Spirit. It's just very messy at the moment. CS-wise, it's 5-6. The Drow's actually doing okay. Ace is at 9-1. Gonna be picking up the first Wraith Band. And then again, just to recap back about to what Weeha was doing, he does pick. He's walking to the Rune of Destiny. But the reason why, to him, it's okay to go with that level of aggression so early on is because that's the best window to exploit against a Huskar before he becomes really hard to kill. You saw just with that level 1 Berserker's Blood how hard it is to kill that hero. Alright, so mind control. Getting gone on here, the slow. Very hard. Alright, so just gonna quickly turn up the in-game volume a bit for you guys. Alright, so there we go. Well, I'm not surprised. If NIP gets this good start, their Drow strat, this is something which PPD, they've played with a lot. In fact, it's always been first phase banned by a lot of teams. You name it, VP, they all do it. But hold on, let's build a smash onto 2, but King RD, there's just no damage. Like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't really the plan, and now he's actually zoned out of the lane. At this point, it actually feels like he's just here leeching EXP from Tavo. It's not ideal when you have a hero like an Earth Spirit basically playing the babysitting role. And Fata, of course, with the level advantage after that kill in the middle lane, he's happy to zone Weeha out. He has the level advantage besides the CS. And right now, Pain Gaming, these guys are actually struggling very hard. Like Misery, like I said, on this trend, playing the babysitting role. Not ideal, but hold that thought. Bottom lane with the power shot. They have enough damage on Tavo. Build a smash to try and help save him a tiny bit. But Saksa, he's been very on point with these shackles so far. Oh, Weeha did pick up a regen rune early on with the avalanche toss combo. Not enough damage to Fata as he's actually zoning Weeha out. Takes a couple of hits from the tower as well. You can see the level of aggression out here from NIP. They've prioritized putting a very, very deep board behind the tier 1 tower. They want to zone, and the CK is not getting the best of farm. Okay, I mean 20-6, I say that, but I don't know. I just feel it's not good enough. Oh, they're actually trying to go here onto Misery. He's caught PPD. Has the Satyr. Has another blast in 5 seconds. But PPD does still take the bounty. And will this actually be a solo kill here for Misery? Chasing him down. Actually, pops the stick charges. He's going to be okay. But looks like Misery here going to be in trouble to mind control. A couple more hits. And of course, down he goes. Arctic Burn also doing nice bits of damage from a nice comfortable range. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so 5-0 NIP. I would say they are crushing the laning phase with this Drow strat. And especially since the Drow is top of the CS chart, this just means that Fata, his damage is amplified by quite a huge amount. Gets that sneaky Observer Ward down, but it's immediately pinged out by Saksa. He knew what was happening. They have this Observer Ward here. The D Ward actually from Pain Gaming didn't really work out. Just a bit too much to the left. So I feel like the mid-game objectives, the win conditions are getting easier and easier. You know, your sense. Oh, hold that down in the middle lane. Fata jumping onto Weeha. With the Arctic Burn, Weeha should be dying. He's trying to get the kill down with him at least. But Fata now level 7. NIP. 3,000 net worth advantage. And they are snowballing pretty much out of control. You know, Misery, he was trying to get in mind control. But like I said, the Centaur, this is a pick which is very highly prioritized. Oh, they actually get the shackle onto the upspread. King RD. Kind of stuck if they have the arrows. He's going for the boulder smash to break the trees. Saksa still could power shot him through. The damage is there. But Tavo trying to save him. Doesn't even have mana for the Maledict. And poof. Alright, they actually do back out. Surviving for now, but the damage is done. You know, Drow, he's doing real good. At least you get another shotgun, another power shot. They're just going to zone him out. Almost dodges the boulder smash. And Tavo one more hit. Saksa gets it. The Drow aura is disgusting. And in the middle lane, Huskar. Flamebreak, you know, he did try to jump into the tiny, but with Misery here, he does get the slow toss for the stomp. They get the hoof stomp. Oh wow, Huskar! Will he actually go down? Yes, he do. So a bit of salvation here from Pain Gaming as Misery gets the kill onto Fata, and it's a high priority kill. Much needed. And Misery, now he can start to farm up, take up shop behind the tier 1 tower. This is where they realize this was the adjustment they desperately needed. But Saksa with this Invis rune, there is no sentry in the middle lane. Can he perhaps find Misery? I'm pretty sure he knew what was happening. Oh, they know what's going on. King RD TP is in, but the shackle is too late and Fata goes down. That is game tilting stuff. And Misery, he still found Saksa. Almost tries with the courier snipe, but doesn't have enough damage. But that's still a very nice skill. The power of this ward. You know, Fata TPing in like that, and Misery. That's going to set back the Huskar's timing a little bit. And just like that, the CK is actually climbing ahead. So this game, now you look at the net worth, it's actually not that far. Weeha, oh, he's trying to go for the double damage, getting the avalanche, but PPD gets the kill. And Fata tips, the tip. But middle lane, it's time for Star Wars to happen. It's all the tiny little clone wards will start popping in for the Enigma. He wants to dive behind the tier 1 tower. Ace, I'm pretty sure he knows what's going on. You know, they had this ward early on, which should have given them a tiny bit of vision for that rotation. But then again, the Chen's been off the map for a bit. He hasn't shown. And you can see the Drow. He's out. He's TP straight to the top. And they want to pressure the CK a tiny bit more. Is he actually going for a Midas? Should be an armlet, I believe. Picks up the treads. Alright. And Misery is spotted out by Saksa. Does get the stomp. Getting out the slow into Saksa. Looking for the Hellbear smash to slow, but the Centaur has actually slowed him out. Phantasm going to be proc just to farm. But now they're going to dive under the tier 1. King RD. It looks like they weren't really on the same page for that. But now that the supports have shown, this opens up the tier 1 tower top for NIP. We haven't seen a Stampede used as well. Pain Gaming, no, they want to pressure now. They're seeing they're bringing a huge array of heroes, the entirety of that team, besides the CK, under the tier 1 tower. But that's a nice Winter's Curse. They should be able to get the kill here onto the Chen. PPD gets that kill. But looks like Saksa with the Stampede, they want to get him, but the toss avalanche combo. Saksa will actually still get away. The range up, but no, the tree grab from Weeha. And Fata getting solo killed here by the CK. And this Huskar, he had a great laning phase, but looks like it's not exactly paying off. 4-9. Pain Gaming show a strong response as they will try to trade for a tier 1 tower. Top NIP, they open up the Dire Jungle. With Mind Control picking up that very nice Vanguard. I actually would have liked the Hooded Defiance this game as well, but they are prioritizing, seeing as most of that damage will come from the CK. And Saksa looking for the backstab. He's gone for the Focus Fire already. Looking for the Shackle. Should be able to get it. Yes, he does. Looking for the power shot. Tavo coming in. Oh, actually soaking up the damage together, but Weeha getting solo killed by Saksa. This Wind Ranger, usually that would not have been the case, but the power of the Drow Aura paying off its dividends. And PPD, hold that thought. Oh, he's actually found Misery, or has Misery found him? They get the slow. PPD, no HP. He has the Mango, but he doesn't have a TP, and PPD will die to the tower. Misery getting the kill for that. nice chunk of EXP as well. So 10-5. Lots of action happening in this game 1. And looks like the Tomb of Knowledge has been purchased on the Winter Wyvern. Who will he give it to? It's really surprising to see that this Drow Ranger, 10 minutes in, he's the highest net worth hero. Levels wise, not so much. Right, he's going to be trying to buff up that Huskar. But right now, the problem with the Huskar is not damage output. It's survivability. He needs that. I would say one more here to pretty much just watch him, because Pain Gaming, they're putting a lot of pressure on Fata. He's more than half his team's kills. With deaths. Well, King RD and Misery. Can the King and Misery inflict some hurt onto NIP in the middle lane? Just as I said that, Saksa, he's watching Fata. He knows. He knows that the damage is coming, but wow, the toss in! The Phantasm! They will go! And everybody just dies! On the side of NIP, all under that tier 1 tower. They go for more, they want to die for ace. And this will be a tier 1 tower. Pain Gaming, they truly find their way to jump in. And they show no mercy. They'll take what they can, and they'll take it. Wow. So PPD, it looks like he was staring at the ward. He's like, there's a ward there, but can't really take it out. He doesn't have the sentry yet. Waiting for the courier. Alright, so he does get that, but the King already, hello, so it's a party. And PPD will be dragged into the Archangel's arms, and that's not what he meant by the love of God. Oh god. That was nasty. And Mind Control, still trying to farm up his Blink Dagger. And this is something which, having that standard, yes, he's a great player, but sometimes having that, when you haven't really scrimmed together enough, the chemistry, it seems a bit lacking. Like NIP, they just don't seem like they're really on the same page. Pain Gaming are actually getting some serious momentum, having claimed 2 tier 1s. They're already starting to pressure the bot tier 2. Helm of Dom card, he's waiting for it perhaps. PPD, oh, the power shot and the splinter blast. Talbot loses half his HP. Has to be careful with Misery. But top lane looks like they may want to go into Mind Control. Oh, the Chaos Bolt pulling him into their loving arms. King RD. Channel Pop is out trying to save Mind Control. The Stampede, nice boulder smash. But they can't kill the Centaur, he's way too tanky. Another Chaos Bolt, but that's because over in the bottom jungle looks like Misery does get the stun. And actually the Avalanche Toss combo, it won't be enough damage. No, it will not. Fata, Weehaw, even with that double damage, when now they pop the shrine, looks like Weehaw will pay for his sins, and Fata gets the kill. And Archangel, they just can't kill Mind Control. But now if Ace, perhaps they can. They do get the silence, looking for the stomp, and they will get it using the double edge, and Chaos Knight should be dying here. He did go for the drums, and Archangel, he has been slain. And NIP, this is how they find their way back, denying the momentum that Pain Gaming were working so hard to try and gain. The middle lane, just trying to get a bit of a push in. Stocks and PPD. I mean, CK, he hasn't really shown all these blink ganks in yet, because obviously he doesn't have the Blink Dagger, but he is second on the net worth with the Drow. And this is before they've even taken tier 1 towers. That's just from all the kills, the very key kills, bounty runes as well. And now, will they look for a Roche attempt? I think not. This is very risky. We haven't seen a black hole. We're grouping up around the Dire Jungle, NIP, looking for that one straggler who could have been there, but Pain Gaming, they have no interest in being in that Dire Jungle. And this is what we call the discount Shadow Blade. It's the Invis room, basically. You don't get the bonus damage on the movement speed, but they should suspect, especially now that they've shown 2 heroes top 2 cores especially. They should suspect that their Dire Jungle is not safe. And Pain Gaming will be looking to play at least in the bottom half of the map. PPD. Perhaps a Winter's Curse, yes he will. Trying to kill someone, but the tower will go to the CK. So like, alright, the tip comes out, but PPD, it's free, just try it anyways. But he sees Saksa, blinks in, gets the bounty rune, looking for the combos, but look, once again, the Stampede, and Weehaw, what are you doing? And he's gonna give another kill to another core on the side of NIP, and this time it goes to Ace, increasing his net worth advantage as this Drow Ranger. It's very scary. Fata now, you can see he does 200 a click with the armlet. He's going to be doing more. And the more items which comes up, especially on the Centaur and the Huskar, as this Chen, you're going to have a very hard time. But if those wards, they see mind control, this is the hero which they definitely cannot go on. But Saksa, wow, look at the micro from Misery, just to avoid the shackles, splitting his units away. That's not easy. And Archangel, he doesn't have the Phantasm for a minute and a half. It actually looks like they will just try to defend, try to stall the push, even using the Wild Wing Ripper. The big chicken tornado. It's hot in sea. That's why they need some, need a fan. But the Satyr will go down. Unless, of course, Riha might be trying for the toss combo, toss them into the Enigma. But this is something which they need to stall. They don't see the Wind Ranger. They do get the Shackle onto the card, but that will be about it. As Pain Gaming, I'm pretty sure they do not want to take this fight. Well, the CK is still farming, and so is the Drow. Very awkward standoff, and Tavo actually going for the greedy option as the Midas, realizing that this game, Tiny, he's just here to be the tempo setter. He's not the hero to actually carry the game. Considering how usually they like to give him these late game heroes, the Invoker, Alchemist, this is not that game. So the task will fall to Tavo and HFN. But actually going in, they do get the debut of the Blink Dagger, and it actually looks like King RD goes down. The support tanking up the gank. And if you're Pain Gaming, you're not too concerned about that loss. But now this is where they need to plan on what they have to do. CK also went for Midas. These are all the comeback Midases. They want to drag things out to the late game where the Huskar won't be as big a pain in the ass as most would expect. Mind Control, however, is a different case. He's going towards the Crimson Guard. They want to start pressuring that tier 1 tower. Huskar is actually going towards the Halberd just to perhaps find the Chaos Knight. But going out for the smoke gank. I think they've realized by now that the Drow is usually alone. So this is a pretty good call if it works. Look at the Drow. He sees nobody on the map. They have wards in their own jungle. They have wards near the enemy jungle. They have wards near the secret shop. They've taken a tier 1 tower. Ace, he's headed to the top. But Saksa, they're one step ahead. NIP. Yep, they will go on to Tavo. And Tavo with the shackle to seal his fate. He is dead. The Hand of God will not save him. And this Roche play. Pain Gaming. A very risky play. The Winter's Curse is still up. But NIP. Will they discover this in time? It looks like no. That shouldn't be the case. The Medallion as well to help things out. This should accelerate the Roche. But no, they're making their way towards the pit right now. They're popping the Stampede, PPD. They do get the silence. Wonderful silence from King RD. They need to get the Roche. Mind Control gets the kill to Archangel. And there we go. The Winter's Curse and Mind Control. He gets the Aegis. Wonderful stuff. He steals it. It looks like King RD. It's a disaster for Pain Gaming in the pit as they lose 3. Now chasing towards. They want to find Weeha, but he'll be running to the north. And NIP. Wonderful stuff. And they're all dead. What's... Oh, I don't even know what's happening, but Misery. He's not going to be too happy about it, and that's why I said that Roche attempt was very, very risky. And just like all strats, you win one team fight, that's a tower down. Might even potentially be 2. We have yet to see a black hole from Tavo at all. Because of, this is a pick which, this is probably why NIP were confident enough to let the Enigma pick through. Even though this was a hero which they were so happy to play with and pick up every time in the first phase. And Pain Gaming, they will have an uphill task in trying to find a way back into this game. Because the next time they lose a fight, it could potentially be high ground with only one tier 2 tower. And the smoke, NIP, they have no intention of taking their feet off the gas pedal. They want to, in fact, they're adding in the NOS. They're going for the smoke gank. Mind Control, he's seen the Chen. They kind of split up. It's very awkward, but they actually see the idol on Sfata. He sees Tavo. They want to go, but they're having a different fight. Looks like King RD. He's going to be gone on by the Centaur. Mind Control can't get in front of him. And Pain Gaming somehow get out of that smoke gank without any casualties. And immediately the TP out from Tavo. But the Invis Rune on Fata. Looking for a straggler. Archangel. So greedy. They have to stall somehow. They have to stall, but Fata, he sees the Chaos Knight alone. Trying to go in for the solo kill. He pops the Phantasm. Chaos Bot, wonderful follow-up stun from Mind Control. They're taking care of all the illusions. And with a wonderful shackle from Saksa, the CK goes down. There is no Phantasm. This could actually be high ground. But bottom lane, Weeha, he's trying to force them back. He's actually going for the tier 3. Ace, the Shadow Blade, he's kind of lurking around. So Tavo, he realizes he needs initiation. It's not about survivability. You can see early on he wanted to go for a Crimson Guard. Right. Oh, they found Tavo. They found it, but the Shackle doesn't really connect. But Tavo, will he be forced to use the defensive Black Hole? I hope not. Misery, he sent a Satyr in, but that's all he can do. And of course, with the Frost Arrow, poof! Tavo is dead. A very lackluster game. I said that he needed to be the carry, but he is not living up to these expectations. And NIP extend their gold graph to 10,000. And you can see the itemization. The items are piling in. Mind Control with a very early Crimson Guard after the Blink Dagger. Which means that the CK's illusions don't do too much. Yes, Phantasm does a lot of damage, but the illusions are so squishy early on to all these nukes. Splinter Blast, Power Shot, Double Edge. And NIP, they're just doing a bang-up job with this draw. Once again, they will try for a second attempt. This very sneaky Observer Ward placed at that camp. Does he actually block? They actually went for the block. Very aggressive. But do they want to jump the CK? If they jump the CK successfully, they can actually get high ground. No, he's just trying to do Rat Dota. He doesn't see any hero on the map. They don't see anything. They have barely any vision. Smoke is broken. And they already know. Pain Gaming, they pretty much suspect. But Weeha, he's going to take the risky play. He's going to just keep trying to shove this wave out. PPD is dead. They actually get the Winter's Curse. The TP is coming in from Mind Control. But immediate blink out. Weeha, wow, the mind games. But Mind Control, you know, being the TI wiener, boys. He knows where he went to. Paying attention to where the direction as well, which the Tiny was facing. Choosing to take the short blink. Imagine if he got the blink stun. That would have been a very, very huge disaster. So 21 and 8. NIP, they can chill. Got a Maelstrom on the draw. This is another item to help as well with dealing with the Phantasm illusions. He desperately needs that BKB. Yes, he's farming up like a boss. But it's a very slow farm rate. Even for the Enigma as well. He's so close to the Blink Dagger. He needs to treasure every CS he can get. He's about 200 gold for the Blink Dagger. And NIP showing that respect to Pain Gaming as they realize they can't really push the high ground, knowing that the Enigma Blink Dagger could be online anytime. And NIP pushing out the bottom lane. They have the tier 2 in their sights. Waiting up for the next Roshan, which will be up in 2 minutes and a half potentially. And Misery, this is why I said the Chen pick was... It's kind of hard to play with the Elspeth pick. Because it's very hard. Once you lose, if you lose the laning phase, which is what happened, it's hard to micro these creeps to actually do anything. And at that point, you're fighting for farm with the cores. Oh, Weeha, he does take a tower. So some extra gold favoring Pain Gaming at least. They get a bit of respite. And you can see Enigma, they want to pressure the tower. They have to resort to this split push. But Saksa is really fat for a pause 4. He's almost as rich as Weeha, if not even fatter. Look at this. He's had a great laning phase, which led to an easy mid game. And now NIP trying to deal with the pest that is Weeha. Weeha, you don't want to show yourself right now. Oh, but immediate blink out. Wow, they're looking for him with the Arctic Burn, looking for the Shackle. They can't find him. This guy is such a pain in the ass. And this is why sometimes, you know, oh, okay, going for the bounty and stolen. Tavo, immediate blink out. But as I was saying, this is why some teams, they get annoyed playing with Weeha. He can be such a creative person. You know, just like throw spells, blink out, throw spells, blink out. He has to keep doing that. And he's playing his role of being a tempo setter or space creator perfectly, which has allowed Tavo and HFN to pretty much farm up all they needed. And the Blink Dagger finally comes online for Tavo. One other thing they can potentially use, which I thought perhaps they would like to use, was a toss into a black hole combo. But the way NIP have been playing throughout the mid game is they've been pretty much spreading Pain Gaming apart, not allowing them to 5-man. And we saw, like even early on when they were smoked around this bottom half of the map, they took 2 separate fights. But somehow, they understood what needed to be done. They still won their objectives, these tiny skirmishes, never going one-on-one. Because the time for pickoffs is long gone. Sucks. They're just trying to get a bit of vision, push out the wave under the tier 3. They have to get the lane shoved out because look at that. He's been playing on opposite ends of the map. NIP are just dancing around like monkeys. At this point, we might call them the monkeys in pajamas. And NIP, they're playing in the bottom half of the map once again. Feeling confident, especially with this Observer Ward. They need some form of vision. Somewhere else. But considering the lack of resources, the restriction, they're doing okay. Even use the card, they get the tower down to half HP. NIP need to be careful that this doesn't end up becoming an even trade. The last thing you want right now, with the way that Pain Gaming is playing, is that you don't want to make sure, so you don't want to let them have that lane of racks. Even if it's a range racks, even if it's a melee racks, the creep equilibrium will be very annoying to deal with. And if Tavo somehow farms up their BKB, this could be very, very difficult. But then again, on second thought, you know, they have the Winter's Curse, they have the Drow, they have overwhelming amounts of physical damage. Look at that, the BKB is already up on the Drow Ranger. Actually feels like this game, Ace perhaps could be thinking of a Butterfly. He could actually just complete the Meonia for the extra attack speed, the extra lightning damage procs. We have Shadowblade, Silver's Edge to deal with the Huskar. Okay, this is good, this is good. I can see that. I actually contemplated the Assault Cuirass. Send back from the chin. But smoked up Liquid, they want to walk into their own jungle. They want to, I would say, clean out their home. The Pest Extermination team is on the way. It looks like King RD, he does get out Ace. He knows his smoke has broken. And once again, Pain Gaming dodge another bullet. And they will be playing on the other side of the map now. But look at the amount of sentries just peppering the map on the left side. So the Blade Mill going to be built for the Tiny in this game. Okay, considering since he's not going to be getting too much farm, he wants to get whatever, you know, whatever damage items he can get, even anything to contribute. And the way he's been using his Blink Dagger has been so cautious. The tiniest hint of a spell he uses it. So Misery, he's actually going to walk in, place the ward. But unfortunately, this is going to be dewarded. So if anyone spots that out, they will know that Pain Gaming were there. So once again, trying to find people. They've actually found someone. It will be King RD. Once again, King RD taking up the scapegoat role. And he actually will end up dying. Riha wandering around. But this Observer Ward, this is a very nice one. It's rare. It's very underutilized. But this gives them good vision around the Roche pit, just in case that hero's coming from the back line. It allows you peace of mind. And you can see the emphasis on this Roshan. So Liquid, they don't want to take that risk, especially with the black hole. The last thing you want is to give away a Roshan. But Pain Gaming, will they decide to contest this? And they're actually pinging it out. Here, Spirit's coming in, he's TPing it. Perhaps thinking for an Aegis steal. He's actually looking for the Aegis steal. He's priming himself for the position. He goes in. Oh, but Fata's taking it. And looks like King RD, he's about to go down another time. He actually picks up the cheese, but that will be his consolation prize. He really wanted that cheese. If he got the Aegis, that would have been amazing. But it was a good attempt. And again, luckily as well, because he's so underleveled compared to everyone else, his spawn time is relatively short. So that's why he could afford to go for such a risky play. And Pain Gaming go back to this, pushing out both lanes. Oh, they know that Ace is alone. Tavo, they found Ace. They get the stun. They will use the Black Hole into the Drow. And without the Drow, they cannot go high ground. The BKB was used, but too late. It doesn't matter. A dominating streak going the way of the CK. The BKB is up. The Manta style is almost complete. And the longer this drags on, this could actually still end up going to Pain Gaming. And look at that gold graph. It's starting to dip. in favor of Pain Gaming, and there's a bit of hope for the Brazilians. So he can pretty much afford his blade mail soon. Probably out to purchase it. King RD just babysitting the double damage rune. He's had no luck with the Spirit Vessel. It actually feels like Aeon Discs could be very valuable this game. So these are one of the flaws of the Drow strat. Like Pain Gaming, they've done very well to weather the storm. Oh, Weeha, he might find PPD. Yes, he can. The avalanche, the toss, the spank, and down goes PPD. And the Winter Wyvern. Oh, they get a wonderful shackle onto the Tiny, but he's very, very tanky. The illusions coming in from the CK, and that will force Saxa back. Weeha, this pest. But yet, he's been that shining hope for Pain Gaming as he's been opening the map. And NIP just don't seem to have a response to this play. Misery even going for the Vladimir's offering any cheap items. This is just them going for pure efficiency, using the carts, the Helmet Doms, you know, just whatever they can, push out the side lanes. And the very fact that the waves are pushing in, and the illusions. You see the towers are taking damage, they're taking significant damage. If you talk about tier 3 siege damage, it actually, NIP, they've actually done way lesser than Pain Gaming, and Pain Gaming are closer to going high ground. But with the Black Hole down for a short while, NIP, they're going to try and siege. They're done. They're saying, alright, we're done letting you be pests. We're going to do whatever we can. They laid on the Midnight Pause, trying to stall the push. The fortification is there. But do they want to go? There's a massive army amassing in the bottom half of the top half of the map, in the top lane. And the tower actually looks like it will go down. They will get the tier 3 tower, so NIP do finally break some ground. Going all the way in, Fata pops the BKB, going for the Boulder Smash, but King RD, he tried to stall, he tried to cancel TPs, Black Hole to the back line. Archangel, he's going to destroy Ace. Will you go into Fata? There is no more Black Hole. They had an overwhelming amount of damage from the CK, and looks like the Wind Ranger gets away with getting one kill. It will be a 3-for-1 trade. Top lane, they tried for the siege, but looks like Misery end up going down to Misery. To Mind Control. And to PPD, the Winter's Curse was used. But for Pain Gaming, they hold the high ground. They haven't lost the lane of Rax, but this just means that NIP can finally move on to taking their next objectives, which will be the shrines. And the best part about it was Aegis wasn't even expended during that fight, and now they can start to group up kinda again. Reha, they were pinging out the Winter Wyvern, getting one of those sneaky die wards down. The top lane, the siege continues. They have the double siege cards. They might actually get a tier 3 tower from this. Very nicely done. And the rat is real. The last time I saw something like this happen was CSW playing the Chen rat for the 1 hour game. But this is only 33 minutes in. And this CK is very big. Once he gets the heart, these illusions are going to be such a pain in the ass. Weeha, he tried for the range racks, actually forcing out the fortification. Centaur, he doesn't have any detection at all. They can't find anything. Fata, they pop the dust, but Weeha is well out of harm's way. And look at that goal graph just continuously. They're Pain Gaming, step by step, finding their way back into the game. And the Drow, you know, there's no point having all those items if the CK just gets on top of you with like, what, 5-6 illusions. They don't have great amounts of AoE on the side of NIP. And this game one, I have to say, like, this is starting to favor them quite nicely. So just getting the D-wards out. NIP will have no choice but to play around Shrine, to wait for the next Roshan, potentially up in 2.5 minutes. Let's take a look at buybacks. Who has buybacks? Huskar has buyback on the side of the Radiant. The Wyvern, and for the dire side, you know, it's on the Tiny, the Enigma, the Chen, not on the CK. He's actually going all in. He's picked up the heart, and he's reaching that level 25. Don't forget, the Reality Rift armor reduction means that heroes like Huskar are just going to get shredded. All you need is the Silver's Edge to break the Berserker's blood, or you can break the return on the Centaur, which means that, you know, this hero won't be as tanky as you would like. Shiva's God, he's still trying to farm up the AC. He's actually picking up the Boots of Travel so that he can deal with the rat. But Pain Gaming, you know, they've kind of evolved. If you've noticed over the course of this game, they went from ratting one lane to the rest of the cores were farmed, and then that's when they started splitting out 2 lanes. So it's not always going to be one lane, not always the same style, not always the same tactics. They're adapting accordingly. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure they'll be confident enough to fight. And when you reach a certain boiling point of the game, you know, when they start to rat, they will also start setting up ambushes if you're Pain Gaming. If you're NIP, I mean, what can you do? Yes, you can try for a small gank like this. You hope for the best. Weeha sees the Splinter Blast, so he knows what he needs to do. But Izuri, he's probably gonna die here. Yep, the life break, sorry. And he ends up going down, so they know where all the NIP heroes are. But look at Misery. Notice how he stands at the high ground purely because he knows that if there are heroes coming back, this is the best place for him to hide. In that tiny little tuck corner. He sees Saksa, but will he be enough to get the solo kill? Bash, bash, bed. Oh, he actually gets the hit. Blinks out immediately. But he needs to run. He can't run. Mind control is there. Chasing after Weeha. 2 of these heroes once again. And this is Pain Gaming's opportunity to try and make something happen in the middle lane. Archangel charging down mid. This Observer actually spots them out. They could kill Fata if they regroup. But NIP very quick to respond. They knew what was potentially going to happen from Pain Gaming. And that 10,000 gold graph. It's almost gone. It's very even between these 2 teams. And I said from the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, that this game was not going to be a stomp. This was clearly going to be a very even series. And these 2 teams are showing it. Both teams wanting the mental advantage to see who has that motivation in the first game of the group stages here in Group A at the KL Major. And Ace actually picking up the Aghanims, not completing the Mjolnir. But then we have seen these machine gun draws, Aghanims, Mjolnir, and you basically pew 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 pew. You're going to hear the zip zaps flying around like Thor was on Earth. Huskar, BKB, Assault Queras on the way. Wyvern, Blink, and Aetherlens. Oh, Weeha, you don't want to stay here, Weeha. You want to get out. Do they have a gem? There is a gem on Mind Control. And Weeha, once he saw Fata, he's like, nope, I'm immediately out. They don't have vision there as well. He's going to just try and cut the creep wave. I'm sure of it. Or not. He can't take that risk. They could actually go for a side ambush right now from the flank. If they could just find heroes. Weeha trying to go into Fata with the Wild Avalanche. Weeha, he's been spotted. He's going to go over to the Avalanche, tossing Mind Control away. The Stampede, the Boulder Smash catches him. Fata, the hand of God trying to save him, but looks like King RD is going to get sniped off by Ace. Now blinking away. Weeha will survive for now. CK going to pop the Phantasm, right-clicking away Fata. He's sandwiched him into a corner. The Winter Scars won't do anything for the Enigma. He's been caught by the draw. He's going to get right-clicked down in the BKB. Won't do anything. Black Hole won't even be used. There is no buyback on him. And look at the Huskar. We're going to get right-clicked down by Chaos Knight. He needs to hard carry this by far. We might see the buybacks out here. Him against the wall. They will get the buyback on him. We have 4 heroes bringing on CK, and they will finally kill him. Ace with the Ultra kill. And no buybacks on the side of Pain Gaming. This is a disaster. And NIP, they have finally found an opening. Weeha actually killing off Ace. The sneaky play. And it looks like he actually will end up going down here. But without the main sieging heroes, this could be a big opening. He's actually bought them time. Weeha, he's happy to sacrifice his life for the cause. Mind Control and PPD, they're too low to push. Saksa can try. He doesn't have the focus fire. But with that, a dieback on the Tiny. NIP, will they actually consider pushing, buying out, getting used the buybacks for the siege? They have Tavo up in 20 seconds, and they can try 40 seconds before the CK. And over at the top lane, there's a huge creep wave. They could actually lose the range racks. Ace has bought back. They want to commit. Actually, even using the BOT. They want to get that first lane of racks, which they will finally get. Misery using the Wild Wing Ripper just to cancel the Tornado. But top lane, the range racks has already fallen, so Pain Gaming will not be too pleased with that. But it will be the best exchange that they could have gotten, considering the circumstances of this game at the moment. But do not be fooled that even now, this game is still very much even. We saw the power of that CK, how 4 heroes struggled to kill him. And if they can just get the right initiation, Tavo needs to step up. Right now it feels like nerves are getting a hold of him. CK may even be forced to go for butterfly. They found the real CK. They get the shackle onto him. The chain stuns and all. He doesn't have buyback. The CK, he's actually going to go down in 90 seconds without the Chaos Knight. This is a massive disaster. And NIP will be happy to see Chiground here. They're going to need the wombo combo of their lives. They pop the Winter's Curse. They want to find Enigma going all the way down to the TFOs. Mind Control gets the stun. Of course, Fata with the life break, they will get the Chen. Looks like both of them die. And the GG is called from Pain Gaming. NIP, they take game 1. This game started out very shaky for Pain Gaming. They had their, I would say they actually could have taken this game. So if anything, Pain Gaming, they will have to discuss right now. I would feel at least after this game, they would take the 5 minutes to discuss. Should they, do they still want to ban the draw? I actually feel like draw will be first phase ban. You can see Mind Control, perfect game, 8-0 and 14. And this graph was so shaky, but NIP never lost their their resolve. I just felt like Tavo this game, the Enigma, didn't really do as much as he should have accomplished or what he needed to accomplish. King RD on the Earth Spirit just felt like a very pointless pick. If you're going to pick an Earth Spirit to just babysit the lane, it's not what you wanted. He had very little impact. The Magnetize and all that didn't really get all these big kills despite having these team fight spells. NIP just did an excellent job at splitting Pain Gaming up. Pain Gaming, they tried. They held as long as they could. The pest problem was there. So, Fata, he had a shaky start as well. And you can see the damage output done. Ace having an amazing game. Super farm. Didn't even feel the need to go for the Hurricane Pike because he knew that at the way they were playing with Saksa and on the Winter Wyvern with the Winter's Curse always at the ready, he didn't really need any escape mechanism besides like Shadow Blade. At that point, Pain Gaming, they have to go in. There's no backup plan besides Chen. And now we will be taking a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, as that was game 1. So NIP and Pain Gaming. I'm Hades. Hope you guys are enjoying the cast so far. This is the KL Majors group stages. We'll be back for game 2 shortly. We'll see you guys very soon. We're taking a quick break.
GX50. More insane than a laser llama who's crazy about K-drama. Stream and game like crazy. Say my name, call me maybe, sorry. And snap like mad, meow like a cat, spam your group chat. GX50. Diva in the AM, a rapper in the PM, running for PM, sliding into your DM. See you later, quota, no more limit drama. She's a sugar llama and your baby mama. GX50. More insane than a laser llama. Pew, pew, pew.
+10 finger speed, +10 reaction time, -10 mic abuse.
Order KFC delivery and power up your game. And enjoy free cheesy wedges when you order via the new KFC app. Visit the KFC booth for freebies and cool prizes.
Over time, new generations of predators were optimized with state-of-the-art technology. Go forth and conquer.
The more information you have, the better the decisions. Data is crucial to do important decisions in Dota games and even before the Dota game in preparation. I think it's really cool that a big company like SAP is investing into esports and that I can be a part of it is amazing.
Watch the player's point of view with your favorite setup. Follow your favorite Dota 2 player in every detail. Watch esports your way. Get your digital pass now.
GX50.
Hey guys, welcome to the Kuala Lumpur Major. I'm Lysander, joined here by Hades. Yeah, thanks for warming up the seat for me. Game 1 was intense. Sad I couldn't be there, but we have game number 2 now. Hopefully it goes to 3 games so that I don't feel like a fool to only sit through 1 game. But hey, 3 games would be awesome. I think the first one was already a signal as to how good this one would be. I think we were all a little bit stressed out to see if Ninja in Pyjamas would throw that first game, but then in the end they did overcome Pain Gaming, and you had a lot of thoughts about their draft the last game. What do you think are going to be some of the changes moving forward into this one?
I feel like NIP, they're probably thinking, like, should we let them get the Chen through again and Pain Gaming do? It feels like they have actually come up with an idea, seeing as they actually didn't ban the draw in the first phase. And interestingly enough, Pain Gaming, fun fact for you guys, they actually chose Radiant this game because they have a 25% win rate on the Dire. It's something which, with their previous draft, it's something when you pick the Dire despite having such an abysmal win rate, is because you wanted to play around that Roshan. So, being now on the Radiant side, I felt like maybe they want to go back to the more, I would say the comfort drafts. So how they open up with? They actually still open up with the Tiny. And interestingly enough, this is a hero which NIP hates to play against as well. And this is a hero which can be played even in the support role for Pain.
Yeah, I would like Weeha to be a little bit more careful with his Tiny this time round. He was over-aggressive the last game. I think he got outplayed by Fata in the early game as a Huska dove really deep into the tower, and Fata managed to tangle through the trees and juke him out at about 10 HP. So, yeah, Weeha did die a lot of times unnecessarily there in that game. Hopefully he plays a little bit more safe, but, he is that die for die trying kind of guy. And sad we won't actually see him play Invoker this time round.
Yeah, because this is a slight contrast to what he usually plays. Like I mentioned in game 1, Weeha, he's always played those very flashy late game heroes, like Invoker, Storm, Alchemist at times. But when we pick him to Tiny, it feels a bit off because I think he took his space creating role a bit too hard. Like you said, he's going around making he's getting these aggressive kills, but sometimes he's also giving up these deaths, which are a bit unnecessary. He's taking these weird risks. But that's just Weeha. It's the way he is as a player.
Yep, it's Weeha. Well, we have a Drow Shred from Peter again. Drow Shred with Wind Ranger, actually. The 1-2 punch, the 2 archers just plinking away in that bottom lane the last game. Very, very painful for that Enigma to deal with. Poor Tavo ended the game 0-8, constantly pressured by those random shackles. That's the worst thing. You have those Eidolons that betray you by being a shackle anchor. And the Wind Ranger just plays right into that, shackles it. And then they just lay on him with the frost arrows and the double arrow blasts.
Yeah,
and,
Wind Ranger.
The Ranger attacks are just so powerful here.
Yeah, Wind Ranger. Saxa was just having a great game the last time, and I felt like that was I felt like I wouldn't say mostly, but partially, of course, due to the way Pain Gaming drafted. Like the Earth spread after the Chen was extremely questionable. You have like these, 2 pause forward heroes, which usually you wanted to see them rotating around trying to win your lanes. And yes, guys, this is, of course, Game 2 of this Best of 3 series, Pain Gaming versus NIP of the KL Major here at Group A. Lysander, he's the Singapore duo. We call ourselves the Lion Duo. And
we are the Lion Duo now?
Yeah,
I didn't know
we are
that.
Lion Duo.
Okay, wow, okay.
I'm giving us that name.
We got a new band name. Do we have a cover art? It's,
Do we, we should have like Katy Perry's like, "You're Gonna Hear Me Roar" kind of thing, like as our theme song, kind of.
Okay. Well, yeah. The thing is, I want to talk more. Okay, I don't want to really talk so much about the draft. I know you're big on the draft analysis nowadays, but we want to talk a little bit more about the players. We got a little bit of a swing. A little bit of a change up here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They don't have their full roster. I think for those people that are not in the know, Mind Control is actually standing in for 33 here in this particular major because of visa issues. So there's a little bit of a change in play style whenever you introduce a new position 3 player into your squad. And Mind Control, of course, no slouch XTI champ. So definitely going to be adding a lot of benefits to this squad. It's how Peter manages to utilize him. So from your professional drafting analysis, what do you think of Mind Control's playstyle and how does it differ, or how does it actually work together with PPD's team?
I think it actually works pretty great, judging from game 1 alone. I mean, not just the draft, just playstyle wise, you can see that the way he creates so much space. He's the kind of offlaner which pretty much set the meta, I feel, for offlaners, which most people usually don't mention, is that he's the kind of offlaner who likes to pressure towers, pretty much like even since the Bulldog days. So give him the Centaur again, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing a lot of this throughout the group stages. We might even be seeing it banned. Centaur's just strong. But as Mind Control as a player, like you said, sometimes when you have that stand, you did mention how they have the occasional clashes in play style. But the reason why, not only because is he able to pressure towers fast, he's also very flexible as an offlaner. You know, he can play the old school offlane where he's going around ganking and stuff, like Bat Rider. We saw Bat Rider ban in game 1. And then he's also confident of playing these actual late game carry offlanes like
very
NP.
bruiser type heroes as well, like Centaur. And the one thing I really like about the Centaur is not only the fact that Mind Control did go 8-0 last game in terms of KDA, he also is able to use Stampede to get Drow out of pinch. I think that's one of Drow's weak points, you know, being able to get her out of trouble, allow her to distance herself from her attackers is a very big bonus with having that Centaur on your field. The Winter Wyvern will be actually on Pain Gaming this time round, so Peter will have to find a new comfort 4 position. What's he going to go for? You know, one of them Witch Doctors, you know, the standard 5 position hero here. So you think Witch Doctor will work? I mean, adds to the range strategy.
Nah, Witch Doctor fell off the meta a long time ago, and even when like a TI player like Nuts who says that Witch Doctor is just trash in the meta right now,
Ooh, yikes.
It says a lot. So maybe we might see some buffs 7.20 coming up. You hyped for that?
Oh yeah. Always going to look forward to the patches, but at this point, you know, 7.20 it's a flat number, right?
It's the new hero, dude. Valve, remember they promised it at TI? Mars, exactly.
Yeah, Mars could be coming out, but you know, Valve time is the thing. You know, they are releasing at the same time as they are dropping the artifact NDA, so they are going to be swamped. So if you think you're getting a new hero, you are really expecting a little too much, maybe. I don't know. Are you expecting a little too much? It could be.
I don't know.
But
I mean, I just want something fresh. You know, it's always good because
new items, maybe, because like I said, it's like
especially
7.20, right? That's a 0 behind the number. It might be like a fresh version for some new things. You know, maybe we get a new type of ward. Maybe we get something else. You know, we get new items.
The Ogre offlane. This might be something which I've been looking forward to seeing. I actually haven't. I did mention in game 1 I look forward to see them playing, because Pain Gaming like to play. They'll often play like these pause 3 heroes as the pause 4, the pause 4s as the pause 3s. So it's often like from a drafter's perspective, you're just sometimes you get confused, but that's where you need to get your research done, and that's the huge difference at least between tier 1 and tier 2 teams. And I like what Pain Gaming is doing right now because they let the Drow through, obviously because they have a strat. So the CM pick comes out, we might see Invoker? What is NIP? I don't think it's Invoker this game.
Well, Fata could play Invoker. He has quite a few of his heroes being banned out, actually.
Doesn't suit this lineup at the moment, though.
You think Puck might do well? I think Puck with Drow Aura is always super powerful to think about. Puck has a great attack animation, already high base damage. Add the Drow Aura on top of it. Fata is well known for his Puck. Could be. I would prefer that over Queen of Pain, to be honest, because Queen of Pain is one of those heroes that does not fare too well on aggressive players like Fata, because, you know, one misstep and you just throw away a lot of your lead that you master. But I want to go back to what you said about the Ogre Magi off lane. So you say off lane here. So what's he going to be pairing with? Is he just going to grab all of Venom and then just go slap around people with it? What's the deal here?
I mean, so this is what they actually like to open up with, which is the Ogre, Winter Wyvern, and the off lane for Pain Gaming. Okay. This is one of their comfort strats. So, you know, you just go around clubbing people, you build all these utility items, you're very tanky. So what's the hero up? They do end up giving the Alchemist. Actually, they do pick up the Alchemist, so NIP.
Safe lane Alchemist? Or are we looking
at... It's still very open. Because
so it's a very ambiguous draft, huh?
Yeah, they can play it in the... They usually tend to play in the safe lane. They sometimes play in mid, but the Alchemist mid, the pattern is Alchemist is only like mid if they ever last pick it. And that has to be in comfortable drafts, because if you play it mid now, NIP has the option of cheesing you with Broodmother, Arcwarden, Meepo, Timbersaw. So many heroes out there to counter this elk, so...
Makes sense, yeah.
The Pango ban is interesting. The last time I saw NIP ban the...
I think Tavo's specialty is Pangolier, actually. A lot of people in chat actually were saying game 1 that, you know, he is a one-trick Pangolier. Really mean, but it does lend a lot of what do you call it, support for his Pangolier plays. So banning it out, maybe there's a nod of respect over to Tavo on his Pangolier. It is a nasty hero in the right hands, right? You know, you give it to a boy like Ice, you know, he just makes your team fights so miserable. And we're looking at a Lycan ban here. So they're fearing the push. You know, I would say Lycan is a little weird now in Pain Gaming, right?
No, but the pattern, at least for all these teams, is that, especially between these two teams in this series, is they're very on when it comes to trying to go for these early pushes, these mid-game pushes. You know, Lycan, Drow, Mirana, it's about fighting and taking towers early. That's why the Ogre is such a popular pick. Wyvern is great for the counter to the Drow. I feel like that was the biggest difference for Pain Gaming, which is why they felt it was okay to let the Drow through. They banned out the Huskar, but I don't think that was the hero they were intended to pick anyway. So NIP, I'm pretty sure PPD. If you're that, you're like, yeah, whatever. They can ban it.
Yeah, we can always pick another one. I think right now we're definitely looking at a range like semi carry for Fata in the middle lane. So maybe Puck might be a little bit too light on carry. Maybe something like Templar Assassin could work out for Fata. You think Templar will be good? Minus armor is always solid against Tiny and Alchemist. They have low base armors. Easy to burst them down, especially with Drow Aura. It could be very powerful.
It depends on this final pick. It depends very much on this final pick. Because if they do decide to go with, say, the Weeha Invoker, which is extremely greedy with the Alchemist, unless they go with the new meta, which is the Quas-Wex Invoker, you know, something which Thompson did started.
TI winner.
Yeah, so they can choose to go for that, but they decide to go for it. No, they actually pick up the Visage, denying NIP that. And this is something I actually was about to mention, which is NIP. The Drow, you know, people that fear the Drow, like when VP play against them, they ban it because
Aura.
Yeah, there's so many options which opens up.
That's true.
Like for the middle lane, Lina, Drow, Lina, TA, Storm, Visage, anything benefits from it. So
yeah, actually now that you brought up Storm, I think Storm could be good as well. But I think
not against Visage though.
Ooh,
yeah, so Timbersaw.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the pick.
Okay.
Yeah, because Timbersaw is a hero which is not threatened by the Visage. And at the same time, it's, you know, like you said, it's not an overly aggressive hero. It fits Fata well. So, okay.
He can be aggressive with it. That's the thing. I think that's the key point.
He can be because
he can dive hard and still survive.
And the biggest trouble right now for Pain Gaming is that King RD, he needs to dish out the damage. Right now for Pain Gaming's draft, they do not have good Timbersaw Slayers at all.
Oh yeah, that is true. Well, to an extent, I think Weeha has some of that power in Visage. They're being able to do that kind of magical burst, I would say, from Soul Assumption could be very powerful here.
The laning is going to be very important right now, especially since we should be seeing some some very, very early rotations. Man, I'm not surprised if this could be that case again.
All right, so let's hop into the game very shortly. I think before we actually hop into the game, let's talk a little bit about lane arrangements here. So how are we looking at? Are we going to look at the same style as the last game, Wind Ranger, Drow Ranger together? And then we have a Centaur, Crystal Maiden top. Well, not top, but off lane. And then we have a Timbersaw middle. Sounds like the same thing, right? Not too complex, Ninja in Pajamas. They are going to be going with a very similar draft. You think?
I actually favor Saksa going with Mind Control this game. Because I don't know, like both picks going into like the Tiny and the Ogres, they're gonna face a hard time. Like if you want to talk about maximum efficiency, I feel like if Wind Ranger helps the Centaur, it's gonna be so much easier because you can pressure the Elk a lot. And CM, they might even just consider letting the Drow solo lane a bit, like CM just go to the jungle, get some levels, something like that. It's all for the efficiency. And
you don't think a CM Drow lane will get overrun though?
I mean, if you put the Wind Ranger there, yes, you can trade with the Wind Run, but they have so many ways to deal, like so much nukes to deal these squishy heroes.
Okay.
Alright, so there we go. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Pain Gaming, King RD on the pause for Tiny, Weeha on the Visage. They're actually going to put HFN on the Alchemist mid. With Misery on the Winter Wyvern and Tavo on the Ogre Magi.
I think Weeha wants to go into a dual lane there, get some more easier to rack up Soul Assumption charges. And Timbersaw is not exactly a lane he wants to play with anyway. He can't really get any big advantage out of it. So I think he wants to put his Visage where he can actually get the most value out of it in a dual lane. I think being able to bully with the Ogre would be very powerful. Maybe he lanes with the Tiny as well, but now they're trying to get a cheeky first blood. So we'll see how this goes for them. So you said it's going to be an Ogre Wyvern lane, right? So that leaves a Tiny Visage lane. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yeah, Tiny Visage.
Okay.
So the good thing about the Timbersaw pick is that it counters both the cores which Pain last picked. And immediately they know, I think from Scrimstorm, this is pretty much shows that, okay, yeah, they have no intention of contesting those runes. Because this is something which Pain Gaming likes to do, especially with an Alchemist pick. Bounty runes are everything for that boy. And
they just camp out all the runes, yeah?
Yeah, and why they put Weeha Visage safe lane, like you said, is because they also want to take the first early towers. The tier 1s are very important to open up the map for this Alchemist, who they know is definitely going to lose the lane to the Timbersaw anyways.
Yeah, and it does look like we are having a tri-lane, Drow, CM, and Windrunner at the bottom, and we are having a solo Centaur. At least that's what it looks like for now. Mind Control's blocking in the middle. He's going to head up top later, I imagine. But we are looking at a tri-lane. So bring back some old school.
Not sure if this is the right call though, because if they make the tiniest mistake in this lane, like, you know, Weeha and King RD, they have so many ways to kill you under the tower. You dive them, you've got the Grave Chill, you have the stun, you've got the toss, so many ways to get you.
CMTP top. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, tri lanes are just not as efficient as they are, you know, as they were. So
maybe CM wants to just do some aggressive jungling and then maybe move in for a first blood gank and then move away later. But I guess not. So she's now gonna TP top with the Centaur. Oh, okay. Starting off aggressive already. But Wyvern and Ogre are pretty nasty in terms of harassment. So this is gonna be a nasty lane for both of them.
this is just about trying to burn out as much region as you can. Like both sides, you see they have over 4 tangos. The middle lane is like complete disaster actually, but somehow matching CS for Archangel, he's doing okay level 2.
Yeah, it'll be a little dicey once Timbersaw gets a couple more levels. But at the start, you know, he can just throw down Acid Spray and maintain equilibrium. Shouldn't be too hard for him. What I'm excited about is this bottom lane. I think Weeha versus the Drow Wind Ranger strat. The Drow Wind Ranger strat was very powerful last game, so definitely need more respect this time round. I think Saksa has just been phenomenal with these shackles. Gonna have to watch it. Wow, okay. Dropping actually very low here in this bottom lane. Centaur and Crystal Maiden put up more hurt than Wyvern and Ogre. Who would have thought here?
So, but this is still pretty good. Overall, like the wave is pushing in. Tavo and Misery, they'll be very happy with this. You know, they got the double range creeps, but mind control.
Wow,
Ooh,
that
first
was
blood.
easy.
Oh, trying for the return. Misery, that was close.
Yeah, mind control. TI winner scores first blood on Ogre there. Easy peasy. Yeah, Crystal Nova, man. You gotta respect that ability. Level 1, the most potent nuke, AoE nuke in the game. And it does show over there. Just constantly nuking them, grabbing those extra mangoes for the extra regen as well. That's another double edge coming in hot here. Chop, and CM actually tosses that snowball over. Easy peasy. That's 2 kills now. Ninja in Pajamas actually racking up the lead in this early game. So very, very solid solid start here for the top lane of the Dire. And yeah, Pain will have to play a little bit more chill. And it does look like HFN might be dying here if he's not careful. No Timber Chain. So
but this was really smart. If you notice, he actually went for the level 1 boots so that he can outrun the Timbersaw. And the Timbersaw in middle, the way it's played, you never ever get the, you know.
Yeah, you don't get the chain early.
You don't get the chain. So that's why it's hard to kill anyone.
Nice catch there on the boots. Yeah. The Saksa actually getting pushed back here by the Tiny, constantly just clubbing away at him. Maybe throw the tree over. Yep, getting the splash as well. Sending some love over the Drow. But the score is still 0-2. Make no mistake, it is NIP favored for now. So this Radiant side advantage better start kicking in. So apart from you know, comfort, what other perks are we looking at here for being on the Radiant side?
It's just pretty much like how they want to be able to save farm, especially for the Alchemist. They like to pair the Alchemist with the Radiant, that's all. It's just that. Like I said before, in game 1, you know, Radiant is usually for teams who like to emphasize more on farming. The Dire is if you want to be more objective based, since it does give you that slight advantage more to the Dire compared to the Radiant, usually.
Okay. So let's look back at, let's talk about the top lane, the Ogre Wyvern lane. We are technically having 2 supports, quote quote. Okay, we might have to slow that down a little bit. Nah, okay. But yeah, we're having 2 supports here laning together. And we do see Ogre actually taking more farm priority. Oh,
Misery.
That's another stun. That could be another double edge. That's easy. And he even clips the Ogre as well. This could be an easy one here for Mind Control. And it is 2 kills each. PPD and Mind Control scoring some big ones here on the top lane. But yeah, 2 supports there. Both trying to get some farm in. And Ogre taking a little bit more priority. Is that just going into Arcane Boots and then they'll move for rotation? Or what are we looking at?
Okay, hold that thought. Okay, I actually feel that Arcane Boots this game is okay. It's not the best, I mean, but I feel like the thing right now, at least for this top lane, they need to do damage control. They've given away too many kills. The point of the Ogre lane is to not die.
Not feed, yeah.
Yes, to not feed. Like, you need the levels. You see he's gone for the level 2. Fire Blast over the Bloodlust.
We're looking at
not
trouble
again,
here.
not
Comes
again.
The Frostbite, that could be an easy one. Nope,
Stun.
Does slow him down. And
Misery.
there's the Splinter Blast as well. Misery trying to buy himself a little bit more time, but Mind Control has boots, and this is a Crystal Nova. Easy peasy. I have not seen a Centaur go this out of hand in a long while. Now there's a hasted Timbersaw as well. Gonna force out the Shrine. That's gonna be huge there. A solo Shrine on the support, and he might still die after that. And is he still gonna die? You think he's still gonna die? No, maybe not. Yeah.
The haste rune.
Is there Chakram? No, he's diving it. Yeah, this is the Fata we know and love. But yeah, even he has his limits on his aggression. So he's just gonna stay chill for a while, leave Ogre on low health, and hopefully intimidate him out of the lane. Still a victory nonetheless. And let's check back down the bottom lane, see what's going on here. I think the worst part about losing a lane so hard is that you might have to pull reinforcements from another lane and cause your lanes to become lopsided as a result there.
Oh, they do get the shackle.
Wow.
The backstab. Visage should be dying here as Ace. They have the body blocks from Saxa as well.
Okay.
Nice cold embrace. And Weeha will actually survive for now. The Drow actually might be in a bit of trouble as they do begin King RD. They do have the toss and the avalanche. Actually, no toss at all. It's just an
on the
avalanche.
wrong side. Yeah, no, they have the
Wind
avalanche.
Ranger.
Maybe a kill? No
Wind
solo
run.
assumption there.
And the downside as well is that NIP got all the bounty runes early on.
That's a yummy,
Which means that if you're the alchemist, you're not too happy because you're like, hey, where's the gold I was promised? Well, they haven't been able to claim it. And of course, as expected, Timbersaw, now that he got level 6 ahead of the alchemist, he's going to stomp this lane.
Yep.
It's already done.
Alchemist just cannot stay in this lane anymore. The early boost was nice to give him a little bit of time. Yeah, you talked about this, and here comes the Wind Ranger as well. The Shackle might not be attaching right now, but it's still going to be enough there. There's tag from the double damage. Another chop will go across, and there you go. Takes him out 0-7. This is the same as the last game. It starts at 0-7. Then Pain got 1 kill back and started their slow crawl back into the comeback. But, I mean, this is a game they expect to win in the early game, right? You mentioned in the draft.
I'm actually not sure if Saxa is like, I don't know, this guy must have prayed to something or someone because once again, like game 1, this guy, he always has something with his first focus fires or his first ganks. He has just such huge impact. And Fata, they actually get the tower denied.
Nice
That's not.
but he might pay for his.
Yeah, they're not too happy about that. King RD.
He's gonna pay.
But Fata?
No chain though. No chain. Okay. But
they can
still
still
might
go.
close in. Yeah, with the Chakram, easy peasy. That's another kill. 0-8 now. It's not looking too hot here for Pain. Living up to their name right now.
Oh, Weeha. We've seen this before, but this time they will seal the deal. And Weeha actually goes down 9-0 for NIP.
Yeah, gotta feel good if you're a ninja in pajamas. And this Alchemist, it's a good thing that they are running Alchemist because he still has that money. He's always got that money fallback, right? You got that gold abuse with the Alchemist. We'll see if he can actually get some amount of farm and maybe turn the tides for his team.
But they do know that he's farming. They even put Observer Ward right under the shrine. And NIP, the wonderful thing about the way they have won the lanes is now they have so much vision in the dire jungle. Archangel, he's only restricted to farming this particular area. Weeha has nowhere else to go besides the lane. Things are just not looking good. They're just running out of space. I mean, if you're claustrophobic, you don't want to be in this game, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's getting real tight here.
Oh,
and
the Shackle.
Weeha is about to get strangulated by the Shackle again. Don't get too close to the trees. He was searching for it, but he will be fine. The Grave Chill will keep him afloat for now. Maybe, just kidding. He is dead. And Tiny might have just offered himself up as tribute as well. But nope, he's going to port out right away. Not wanting anything to do with this lane. It's 0-10. It cannot get any more demoralizing here if you're a Pain fan.
And he had to TP out right in front of the tower. But don't worry, we have hopes. I mean, we saw in the last game that the Brazilians, these guys, they are able to play even from so far behind. This is only 3,000. We've seen them play from behind 10,000. So what? This is nothing. This is just level 1.
This is nothing. I think the most important is like they haven't actually lost any tier 1 towers except for the middle yet. And that is very important, especially when you're losing in the game. If you're losing hard and you're losing a lot of towers, that's a problem. But if you're holding on to some of those towers, you are fine.
Oh, but that's because Jaw wasn't level 6. And now that you have level 6, you have the wave, double wave pushing in, popping the Jaw aura. This should be another tier 1.
Come on, Hades. I'm trying to talk them up.
I'm
trying to talk them up.
PPD, CM's down.
There,
so
we go. We talked them up. They got a kill. They were moralized.
They want to
the
contest
opposite
the
of
tower.
demoralized.
Popping the Stampede. Top.
Stampede, Ogre.
Ogred? Are we Ogred? Are we Ogred?
Yeah, okay. There's the
We're not Ogred.
There's the
He has one
Ignite.
charge.
Yeah, he stays afloat. Yeah. Ogre saved by the bell. And yeah, 110. They're getting back into it. PPD had to feed, had to give some competitive chance here to their opponents. Courtesy, you call it, yeah. And Timbersaw is now roaming in the jungle again. Does he have a haste rune? He's feeling mighty brave here, stealing the Alchemist farm. Yeah, none for you, Elky. Oh, meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to have a tussle. We're going to have that. Yep, we're going to start things soon. A Shackle could happen very shortly. Crystal Maiden comes in with the Frostbite. A toss away there onto the Wind Ranger. But there's the Shackle. It does not latch, though. So they will stay afloat. Weeha opens up with a Birds.
Oh, but look at this. Fata. He has an Arcane Rune.
Ooh, he's ready
I think he saw the Wyvern, but he's going for a Rihan instead.
Yep. They're gonna get him to tracker. There's the Winter's Curse. Doesn't even matter. They killed the CM though. They turn on the CM. Poor PPD goes down again. He's going to be the only guy with deaths on his team, but it does not matter because this Winter Wyvern is in a lot of trouble there. The Chakram is chasing him down, but luckily she can fly over trees. So very, very fortunate there. Drow Ranger takes a tier 1 tower, and yeah, NIP still lead 11-2 there. 2,000 gold ahead.
And they even get to defend the bounty runes, which means that once again, you know, these guys, they're not getting any luck. But King RD did manage to steal it under their noses. So not too bad. And let's look at Alchemist a bit. Like, what's his item progression? He has like the relic.
Radiant's coming up.
Yeah, that's the saving grace. He needs to do a lot of space. Ooh, the multicast.
Ooh, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, this is very annoying. The 60% of multicast is just crazy, which is why Ogre is so favored nowadays. Like, it's often a first phase ban.
What does the Ogre have now? What's he looking?
Oh,
another multicast! Wow, that is some RNG and a half. But no, mind control.
No, he won't take.
In true TI winner fashion, stays alive with a drop of HP. The Vanguard keeping him afloat there. Definitely power shot. Ooh. That one was close there. The toss.
Tavo was so nervous.
Yeah, throw Ogre over to safety. Timbersaw
Can
completely disrespecting boundaries right now.
Oh, Zaksa actually got the Tavo snipe.
Did he? Holy crap.
Oh.
Damn, that guy is good. Yeah, Zaksa has been really hyped this major, I wouldn't say major season, but this particular series, his win ranger has been on point. And so far, yeah, look at his Fata just completely disrespecting the space here. Viha has set for himself to farm.
And NIP, very systematic. They're already out to pressure the towers. You know, besides Fata just doing his thing, he's unkillable. He knows that. There's no one in Pain Gaming who can contest him. Oh, they see the region, so they give that to him. But, you know, see me, NIP, they group up. They just want to take the tier 1 towers. And there's nothing that Pain Gaming can do. They have no wave clear. There's no one who can siege towers at the moment besides the Visage, who doesn't even have the Helm of Dom. Oh, he just has it now, but...
could be a wrap around here to get PPD again. Nope, just kidding. They're ganking themselves.
Look at Tavo.
Is yeah, just gonna be running up at Ogre again, but the stun locks him in place for now.
He has a region, he's fine. He's gonna wait for the ignite to expire, but that's gonna be another tier 1 gone. It means NIP, they are just extending the lead. Like, the only reason why this gold graph isn't more one-sided is because you have an alchemist on the other team. And being an alchemist, you know, the point of having an alchemist is you want to have the net worth advantage.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason the net worth is so close actually, because of alchemist, I think. Apart from that, you know, they're not really farmed across the board there. You look at Tiny, you look at Winter Wyvern sitting at sub 2k net worth. Almost 30 minutes in, it's rough.
They're feeling like sub 2k right now.
Look at Crystal Maiden, just feeling Wyvern. So brave. And Zaksa with the headshot.
Great ward from Peter.
Yeah, great ward from Peter. PPD.
And that was good timing as well because, you know, they had the Winter's Curse up. They did the last thing you wanted is to just like give away another kill. But Weeha, like I said, he's the only one he can siege. He finally takes the tower, even picks up the Alpha Wolf. But he's not going to be able to join his team. And, you know, Visage isn't as mobile as your usual hero. Like your usual like Tiny Weapon can just like, he's not mobile, basically.
Yeah. He just floats around with his birds and hopes to intimidate you out of the lane.
They want to kill Peter and down he goes.
Yeah, he got Peter. Peter's the 3 deaths on NIP right now.
He's going to get out. Oh, top lane.
Yeah, okay, honorary sacrifice. Peter goes down, but he will trade it for more kills on the side of Pain. They are going to get a double shackle. Zaksa once again laying down thick here for the Pain boys. And Alchemist is just trying to get close there. Maybe they get Zaksa now. There's the stun. Maybe they get Envision for that. They get it, and they smack him down. That's a big streak to get on the Alchemist. So now it's 4-14. They're on full retreat here. NIP losing 1 hero, and arguably their best one right now. Gotta peace out.
So a nice 1-for-1 trade around the map. You know, it shows that you're just forcing heroes away. This is what PN are going to keep doing. This is what they have to do against this NIP like draft. You just need to like split when you force them back. Just as they're TPing back, they split in a half-half. Just jump to whoever's left. You don't have a choice. And I would say NIP actually got away with as minimal losses as they could have asked for.
Yeah,
because if they gave more
actually grabbed up the Blink Dagger as well, so he's going in for a little bit more of an aggressive.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Move. Yeah, he's going for an aggressive move. Found Drow Ranger.
There's no detection.
No detection.
They're gonna take him down. Or they're gonna keep on fighting.
Oh, they're gonna turn around.
Oh, immediate stun.
And there is
Elk is dead.
The Timbersaw. Yep. So that's gonna be a kill here. Another haste rune here for Fata means that he's gonna go charging in, and Ogre is so glad he is in base and not strength based this game. He will be staying alive.
And the last time we saw this, Fata, he didn't have the Timber Chain, but now he has Timber Chain and Chakram. I actually thought he would have gone for it, but somehow, I think Tavo, I guess RNG got to just smiling him.
Yeah, just chilling on the aggression for now. No Blink Dagger on mind control as well, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit before we get that.
You gotta Winter's Curse.
Winter's Curse onto Mr. Peter Pandam. Once again, mind control meanwhile slays the ogre by the side there, but Peter will feed his life away for the 4th time this game, I would say. Yeah, 4th time this game. Yeah, just pulling up the KDA here. Great move there.
And they died, like, they lost 2 of Pain's Heroes, 2 cores. They lost the Ogre Top, they lost the Visage Bot. And at this point, NIP, they're adapting. They know that, this is what Pain Gaming is going to do. You're going to have, like, your core splitting out the map. And NIP is just going to like, okay, we're just going to camp you. We're going to give away the support, but your cores are going to die. Simple as that.
Peter's gonna tell the haters, guys, I'm the only one with 2-digit assists in this game, so come at me. He is, he might be feeding, but he is doing a lot of work there with his passive aura, his early game aggressions. It's been pretty solid. So it lends a little bit of comedic relief, I think. Him dying once in a while there, it's nice. It's nice to have a little. It's nice to have a little balance in terms of the kill feed once in a while,
So is it instead of Peter save me, it's like Peter feed for me? Is it something like that? He has to feed so his team gets kills.
Yep. Fatten up those cores so that your Timbersaw can farm up that juicy meat on that Alchemist strats. But yeah, Peter's gotta make it a little bit of a challenge, right? He's a guy that doesn't like to shy away from. He likes to shy away from easy games. He wants to make it a little bit more tough. He's already won a TI. What else can face this man? I mean, come on, a second TI maybe, but he's got to make things more difficult for himself. Just make it a little more challenging. And yeah, right now, guys, you see our faces back on screen. I'm not sure if that's a pleasing sight to you guys. Hopefully it is. But yeah, we're looking at a pause screen right now. I think they're experiencing some lags there over at the site. So hopefully it does get resolved ASAP. But yeah, Hades, how are you enjoying this series? It's
I'm enjoying it so far. As long as they somehow drag it out. Like the moment I saw the draft, I'm like, yeah, NIP's gonna win the mid game, but like Penny Gaming are somehow gonna like find a space to just out farm kinda and just drag things out. But whether they can actually get to that that critical part of whether they can survive, whether they can actually transition it into a win, that's a completely different that's a different story. Yeah. Because we saw the lack of discipline in the last game cost them very dearly.
Are you talking about NIP now? Or
I'm talking about Pain Gaming. Like they have the potential to like actually, to close out the game, but I felt like sometimes they're just a bit shaky, especially like Tavo. He's that guy who really needed to shine. Yeah. So hopefully this can be that game on the Ogre. It's very hard.
Okay, guys, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Kuala Lumpur Major. You're watching MIT versus Pain Gaming. It's the group stages. I'm Lysander. This is Hades. So hi. The reason why it's on this right now is because the players are experiencing some lag, and hopefully once that gets sorted out, we'll hop right back into the action. But currently, Pain Gaming are down 0-1, and the kill score is 5-17 in this game number 2. It's a best of 3, so do the math, who is kind of in the lead. But we're holding out to see if Pain Gaming can come back at the back of that Alchemist. What are we looking at? We were just talking about Tavo as we cut to that little segue. But what's Tavo looking at in terms of the score right now? He was 0-8 the last game. Is he doing better this game?
He's 0-5. So he's almost there. He's doing better, but it's not an improvement basically.
He is doing kind of better. All right, so
kind of like I'm just trying to be optimistic here, but
dying 5 times on Ogre, man, you gotta feel real bad. And yeah, well, he's we'll see if he can get any kills. I mean, he's been pretty lucky with those multicasts so far, so we'll see if he can actually get some kills in. But looking at the net worth, we actually have a Alchemist favored chart here. It's very high in Alchemist's favor. It's got 11,000, and we got 7K on Timbersaw. So
I mean, basically, place, so. Once we are past the 30-minute mark, this game is just between your Alchemist and your Drow.
Okay.
Wind Ranger, unless she becomes a secondary core. Because NIP, they have like beefy heroes, but they don't have heroes which can siege high ground, besides the Drow. Wind Ranger, maybe.
Yeah, Wind Ranger with Drow Aura could do it with Aghanims. You can just shred towers.
I mean, he has a Maelstrom on the way, so that's a good thing. Like, your Visage is like metal. Oh, Solar Crest on the way. Okay, I like the Solar Crest pickup. This is pretty good. So, with this build, I actually say give it maybe like another item or 2 Pain Gaming could actually start matching NIP in team fights. This is very close.
Yeah, I think one of the Chinese players said once in a very succinct way, if you can't take high ground, your advantage is nothing, or something like that.
Yes.
Right? He said something along those lines in a very sagely way. I just butchered it completely, but you know, basically that's the thing. And it goes back to your point. If the Drow Ranger is unable to siege towers, then all this is for naught. We got Alchemist, we got Winter Wyvern. They are very good at stopping the creep wave from coming up the ramp. So Acid Spray, Splinter Blast, your entire wave is gone. So we have to see how NIP deal with this. Peter, of course, they do have the option to grab up the Roshan. So an extra Aegis could alleviate some of the risk there for charging up the high ground. But I really want to see how Saksa takes his Wind Ranger to new heights. Yeah, definitely going to make use of that Draw Aura for some mad deeps. Oh, smoke.
So the play, maybe they want to jump the Visage one more time, try to slow down his item progression. I think they realize that this guy is getting a bit scary. Because if he finds just that one lucky flank, it could all be over for the draw. So they're try for the small gang. This will probably be the death of Weeha. Oh no, you should not have made the move onto Fata like that. Not like that.
Oh, they're gonna get him. They got him locked down. They even chain up the Alpha Wolf there for extra slaughtering later on. But they 4-man Weeha and drop him.
Don't forget, that was a hell of Dom creep. So it's 200 gold. Just like that. Mind Control has a Blink Dagger.
Smacks his lips. Delicious. But yeah. Blink Dagger. No, he didn't even go shopping. He just went there to collect another Ogre kill. Some assist bucks. Ace having a good time here. But Tavo racking up those deaths now to that 0-8 mark once again. And he can only hope that he doesn't go past that.
Unless, of course, he's trying to break that record. But, oh well. Just saying. But, okay, Tier 2 tower does fall. And NIP, they've got a huge creep wave on the bottom. That'll be given to Weeha.
That Visage Bird will do the job. Go,
and Alchemist has to do so much. He has to fight. He has to farm. You know, thankfully, he's an Alchemist. So he needs to, like, create space for the rest of his teammates right now. Maybe at some stage he farms out, like, an Axe for the, the Ogre, the Visage. Then they have some sick DPS.
Yeah, I was about to talk, like, let's talk, like, mega late game, right? All these heroes actually can use Aghanim Scepter to great effect. I say great effect on Winter Wyvern, I mean, but it is, it's pretty decent. I think on Visage is great, on Ogre is great, on Tiny it's okay. But yeah. Oh, Wyvern gonna get tagged once again. He's gonna use the curse defensively and try and port himself out of there. But Alchemist, can he escape though, is the question. And I don't think the answer is gonna be yes. Oh, he survives. The arrow doesn't follow him to the fountain, but poor Alchemist is going down. So they escape with the rest of their squad, but Alchemist dies, and that is the biggest pie there.
Like, did you see the way they executed that fight? That was actually pretty interesting, like pretty beautiful to watch. Oh, double damage gets the Visage, familiar. But I mean, back to as I was saying, like, notice how the Timbersaw and the Centaur, they actually zoned out the Alchemist so that he wasn't able to like jump the support, and so they could use numbers to converge on the tanky heroes. So yeah, this is, I would say, very, very well executed out by NIP. And with the double damage, they get the Roshan, easy tier 2 on the way. And Pain Gaming, I would say they're running out of time.
Yeah, they're running out of time.
Oh,
indeed.
misery.
There goes another Stampede. A shackle easy. Deep in the jungle. Lots of trees to shackle in onto. And Wyvern goes down 5-21. This NIP making it look easy. And with this double damage, they are going to capitalize. Aegis is on the Drow, yeah? Yeah, Aegis on the Drow.
Yep, and pretty straightforward game right now. At least for the ninjas. 4,000 gold lead. Items are starting to fill in. And that's where you have, like, you got the Vanguard, you got it's basically the high ground push. He's going for the Crimson Guard. It's almost up. And, Fata, he's having one hell of a game. He's 4-0-5. He's got the Bloodstone racked up. It's going to be very awkward for HFN. He needs to build into a Silver's Edge. But he's going with the Manta style build. Like, you need something to deal to make the Timbersaw squishier. Because this guy's going to be unkillable very, very soon. Like, now, believe it or not, this is still like, okay, he can kind of do it.
Yeah. We'll see what's happening
Saksa,
here. Oh,
Saksa.
we're going to have a fight there. Toss the Ogre. Say, Saksa, you take this one. Nope. Just feeds his life away.
Tavo gets the kill.
Yeah, that's a nice kill on the Wind Ranger. That hero has been a real thorn in their side as well. But it brings down King Ao. And yeah, it is going to be very tricky for them to get out of this one. Ogre runs right into a Timbersaw. There was no chance he was getting out of there. The Observer Ward just kept tabs on him. Meanwhile, Wyvern is just going to flap away. Very scared. And Weeha going in for the Drow kill. It's going to be a tall task, man. Solar Crest, yeah, it's there, but it's not enough. Didn't even land that Soul Assumption. Now it's going to feed a Helmet Dom Creep. Here comes the Timbersaw for that aggression.
Peter takes it.
Yeah, Peter
Ward
takes
money.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
Ward money.
Can he run? I
Stays
think
alive.
he's
Yeah,
okay.
Grave Chill is pretty good at keeping your move speeds high.
Space. And Misery is just waiting just in case he can get a lucky
Surprised
Winter
Misery
Curse.
doesn't die there. I thought he was going to walk right into the Centaur when he flapped out of the tree line. But yeah, South America not doing good in this group stage.
But just like that, now Ace and friends, they're going to start charging out the bot. You know, probably use the Drow Aura, take what they can, force them bot, and at the same time they can take a tier 2 tower. And top lane, Saksa, he's just getting his next item or whatnot. Like, Alchemist, I'm not even sure if the Alchemist pick was really that smart, considering, you know, you were up against a Drow strat.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's... Okay,
Alright,
I thought he shackled something, but Misery,
Gonna tear down the
he's
tower.
going to TP out.
Yeah, gonna
And now the
port
siege
away.
begin. Drow Aura, it's already been used.
Yeah, where's that acid spray, man? You need that acid spray right now. Oh,
Thought,
Team Assault, could they get it?
oh,
They
the
toss it
tossback.
back into the base there. Well done. Do they actually get the kill?
Crimson Guard.
Just kidding. He's not even gonna get killed there. So much regen on the man. And they're gonna try and force it down there. Try and pinch a kill here on Mind Control. Can they kill the TI winner? Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
And King RD goes down, so that's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh,
Archangel,
Alchemist.
he's looking for more. I don't think that was the smart play, but maybe I was
Shackle,
wrong.
though. But yeah, the regen is
reinitiation.
doing well. Oh, Pain, they're coming back. Is it gonna happen? Crystal Maiden will die in the tree line, and Alchemist just picked themselves some big ones. 9-24 right now.
They found
Alchemist
a third.
plays portal as well. Archangel
The silence.
feeling good
Fata's
here, but
back
the
in.
Drow Ranger turns it around, man. Mr. Bloodstone is back. So, you know, you could say it was a bait. You know, I died there early, but Bloodstone brings me back quick, so they think they had the advantage. They push ahead. They didn't
Very
even
big
get
bait.
the Drow Ages, man. And yeah, now they're stuck outside of a fight without their elk, without the wyvern. Might have to buy back.
I'm not even sure what they were trying to do there. Like, the Visage wasn't even going close. You know, he was kind of at the back trying to push up the creep wave. NIP, they're still happy that they took the tower. Drow still has the Aegis. They're just going back in for round 2.
Oh, they dust him.
Oh, they
dust him up. Oh, they gotta get him.
Is that the Aegis gone?
They gotta get the Aegis.
Stampede?
Yeah, okay, they get the Aegis. Oh, that shackle nearly latched. You know it. And well, Visage is gone again. So we'll see how they deal with this. The Alchemist comes back in 10 seconds. He would really not like to use that buyback right now. He is forced to use that Visage, actually.
Oh, that's an awkward Winter's Curse.
Yeah, Winter's Curse just to stall a little bit of time. That shackle not latching there is bull. But the Drow Ranger might be a little too deep here. That, well, yeah, the Winter's Curse already been used, but the...
Dust?
Yeah, the Dust going to come out now. Soul Assumption catches the Drow, takes him out. So that is going to be your Drow Aura actually removed. The Centaur also going to fall here, and we talked about that high ground, Hades. This is the high ground defense in action here. Pain Gaming is just putting in the hurt there. Alchemist mistimes that Manta dodge, but it is still okay because they are getting more kills than they have had at the start of the game.
Yes.
In just a short span of 5 minutes. So
but Pain
it's a
Gaming
win.
broke the bank for that defense. We saw that 2 buybacks from Riha and Misery. The Winter's Curse was just so awkward. Like, you use it on a Centaur into a Timbersaw, like, what they're going to do is, I mean, throw tissues
Holds
at
them
each
there
other.
in place, you know, just whatever that can be done to pluck the stops right now.
I mean, that's the kiddie fight you get at Disneyland, but basically. But okay, so now they're going for the tier 1 tower. And a bit of space, a bit of respite, at least going for the way of Pain Gaming. They desperately needed that gold. Oh, the stun.
Oh, jumping
Looking
in
for more.
there. There you
PPD.
go. Another PPD.
Burnt
Slain.
down.
Yeah.
And Elsa is dead, but looks like they'll go for more Ace. They pop the Stampede. They want to try and find Tavo. They get the Frost Arrow. Can they kill the Ogre? Should be at the power shot. Timber Chains forward with the Chakram and all. They cut him down.
They get him. Yeah.
So a new record for Tavo, I'd say. He's like, what?
No,
1-8. Oh, he's actually...
Tavo got a kill. Tavo got a
Yay,
kill. So
we
he
did
can
it.
say, I did better this game. I did better.
Alright. So...
0-8 to 1-8.
A bit of space.
People change. People change.
Look at the Alchemist, man. He's so fat. He's got the BKB up. This is going to be a very different situation in the next fight. So NIP, they'll be forced to... They're going to take the top tier to play for the Roshan, play for Shrines, go and farm a bit. Because Alchemist is getting scarier the longer this drags on.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, past the 30-minute mark, when you get all these Aghanim Scepters on...
I would say even getting the Shivas now would be insane because of how much armor offers you. And the only thing you really have in terms of damage output is the draw damage. When the BKBs pop, Timbersaw really doesn't do anything to Alchemist. And he runs at you. Your Drow Ranger better have some speedy legs because, yeah, that Alchemist does start to pack a punch here, especially with the Grave Chill. You've got a lot of disruptive effects here on Pain Gaming, and it's looking more exciting now. You know, they had that terrible early game, but now it's looking kind of hot. NIP, they might be in a little bit of trouble if they lose
they saw the
another
Timbersaw.
fight or two. Yeah, they saw Timbersaw, but they're smoked up. Is he gonna pop that? Yeah, he's gonna pop the concoction.
I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
Oh, what? Okay.
He's got a free kill. That's
Peter
300
had
goal.
to collect that one. Yeah.
Now they can force the issue onto the rest of them. Oh, nice Winter's Curse.
Yeah, you're gonna use the Spirit Vessel onto the Centaur, reduce that healing, but it's also gonna trigger out that Stampede. Tavo goes down again, but it's becoming a habit at this point. But it's just buying some space for his team, but they might have dove in a little too deep here without any kind of plan. And now Wyvern will pave his life as well. Visage trying to get something done here, but really, the damage output is just not enough there, man. I mean, he's piling in with the birds, but this Drow Ranger is just laughing it off.
The 2v4 is just so awkward, and look at that. Beautiful
2v4,
timing.
Not sure what Weehaw was trying to achieve right there, but his Alchemist has bailed.
Yeah, and this was the battle basically between the 10-second BKBs. You know, Archangel, Pain Gaming. I said they wanted to get that very huge team fight for the Alchemist and the debut of the BKB, but little did they know. That was the exact timing that, you know, Ace just picked up his BKB. So both 10-second BKBs gone. They needed to shut down the draw desperately, but because they could not do so, NIP now have an opening to try. Maybe wait for Roshan, which could be up in 5 seconds. And if this is up, that's high ground for sure. But otherwise, they may have survived, you know, got themselves like a tiny bit more time. But okay, it'll be up in 2 minutes. So the max timer. But anyways, they say in the script, we're just going middle lane. Because they know that the 2 heroes which bought back early on in the previous push are dead for at least another 50 seconds on the Visage, 15 on the Wyvern.
And now we have a Lotus Orb on their Timbersaw. I want to see some self-curses here with the Wyvern. That'll be interesting. But a double damage here picked up by Drow means this Rex will no longer exist. And yeah, NIP break high ground. This is looking good for them. There's one final fight left in Pain, and they're going to try and take it, but it's looking nigh impossible. Gonna see how this one plays out for them. They're gonna go into Ogre once again. Okay, Winter's Curse, but only tags the Wind Ranger, so it doesn't do much there. The Lotus Orb does get the stun across, and PPD goes down. Alright, so that's one gone, so no more mana regen.
Oh, that Tiny was destroyed.
That Tiny was removed from the game there. / delete. Timbersaw taking a pounding, not dying just yet. The Spirit Vessel is removing a lot of that regeneration. And ticking away at him slowly, but Drow Ranger is caught off guard here, but the BKB deployed, and Tavo will no longer be allowed to live here.
Buyback.
Forced to buy back into the game there. I mean, after 10 deaths, what's one more?
Let's
go back into that. Yep, the Weehaw Visage trying to make a wraparound work for himself, but it's just not looking possible
If
here.
you had like any other cube, say a Hellbear, a Satyr, then, you know, with some extra damage, you would have felt confident enough to go in. But with the Wild Wing Ripper, that's not the play. And now they're gonna, will they even try for Roshan? Both sides should know that Rosh is up in a minute's time. And you can see they're both going to be playing. They're both headed to the area, in fact. But knowing that the Drow, if you're NIP, you want to just keep the waves pushed out. They have the Drow aura in 15 seconds, which should help them out a tiny bit.
Another double damage.
Yeah, he seems to be finding these a lot. He has an affinity of these.
Yeah.
Oh, the smoke. Yeah, this is a very good smoke.
Oh, this is nasty.
But they Pain Gaming expected. Oh, they're very scared. They don't see anyone on the map.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go on a limb here and say this is gonna be Tavo's 12th death or 11th death, and yeah, it's
10.
Gonna, this upcoming rush fight is gonna result in him dying again. Oh, here comes Elk. He's gonna charge that one up. Is there gonna be a Lotus Orb counter? There could be a Lotus Orb counter. There you go. Counters it up, and no, the shackle doesn't latch, but it does lock him down.
Winter's Curse.
But that's
catch
a
us 4.
Winter's Curse. Catch us 4.
Centaur's dead.
Shreds the Centaur. Great stuff there from the
go for
Wyvern. They're going for more indeed.
Ace.
A freeze on here by the Tiny,
Double
but
shackle.
no! Double
Saksa.
shackle! Weehaw is just going to be sitting in place there. Good Ghost Scepter there, though. Keeps him afloat. Again, the Lotus Orb is going to be his bane here. Well done there so far from Fata on that Timbersaw. Yep, that Lotus Orb is good. Drow Ranger is dead, actually. Just something to note there from the side of the fight that Tavo's staying alive for a little bit, but he is about to spill. Make no mistake there. Fata is going ham.
Oh, double shackle. One more time.
Double shackle. Ah, man.
Team wipe.
All right, we have time for you to shine there. Soul Assumption. There we go. Get the Wind Ranger. Doesn't get it. Doesn't actually get it. Big shame. He's trying to juke the Chakram here. He's like, no, he's not playing. He's like, please.
Oh, he's caught
the
power
sniper. Mr. Saxa. Should be a CSGO player. This guy is insane on this Wind Ranger.
And that was a team wipe as NIP 5-2 trade. Wonderful stuff. Extend their gold lead. And Pain Gaming, surprisingly, that fight went very, very long. Like, just kiting around. The Alchemist was just stunned up multiple times. A great Winter's Curse. You know, kind of, that's what gave Pain Gaming the courage to press forward. But little did they realize the BKB timings, you could see Ace held his BKB as long as he could. Wind Ranger as well. And those BKBs holding it to the very last possible second turned things around for them, ensuring that Pain Gaming did not find themselves a comeback fight. Alright, so Fata now and all, they're going to start pushing, but little they can do. They just want to get the wave shoved out. Easy Roche favoring Ace.
I think Pain really cannot afford to give this Roshan away, but I'm not sure what they can actually do about this. Yeah, this Rosh is going down real quick, and yeah, Pain is about to be on their last legs here unless they can pull out a miracle defense against a double life Roshan with cheese. It's gonna be tough. I mean, I can imagine Timbersaw. Oh wait, they're charging in on the middle lane. They force out the Wind Ranger BKB. Okay,
well, it's a support, so it doesn't really matter this time. I like how they actually bother to like ferry Sawas because they know they're gonna keep this pressure. They're gonna keep knocking at the door until they break it down.
If you have a big enough bank, you can get those regens ferried out to you. And I mean, they are pretty darn far ahead. 11,000 gold with an Alchemist on the board. That is no easy feat there from NIP. And they are 42 kills to the 17 on Pain. This game has been super one-sided so far, but it's amazing how Pain has held on this long. And this goes to show that South American tenacity.
Kind of reminds you of C.
Oh yeah.
Like I actually compared the South American scene to basically Southeast Asia back then when it was still very underdeveloped. It's still developing, but I see this potential here. Yeah. It's very clear that these guys are not.
Yeah,
like,
here
not
in Southeast Asia, wherever things go bad, we say end mid, but then we defend till the very last racks, right?
Sounds like SA, right? It's pretty much
sounds like Southeast Asia. I'm not sure if SA guys are as crazy, but I would like to say so maybe.
Because I remember watching a pub a few days ago, and like everyone's just like telling RTZ, "Yep, get used to the fake GGs, man. It's never real." And RTZ is like, "Okay, I'm done throwing now. You should probably concentrate on the game." And then later he's like, "Okay, GG," and then ends up, I think he lost that pub.
Yeah, never think that, never believe any end mids. End mids are lies. And,
so, whoa, 30 Bloodstone charges for Fata. This guy is on fire. He's 10-1 and 17. I think it's safe to say he is definitely the MVP of Game 2 at the moment.
You think so? I'll vote Saksa, actually.
You vote Saksa?
Honestly, yeah. The amount of work he's put into this game is just insane. It's very hard to choose. I mean, since they're all crushing, basically. The only one that is not allowed that prize will probably be Peter. But let's be real here. But but Peter's the strategist, right? Sometimes it's easy to it's very easy to like lose sight of the game whenever you when you're ordering your teammates around. And that's why you pick a expendable hero like Crystal Maiden. You give that aura, you give that disable. Once you throw out your spells, dying is not that big a deal. Warding, dying, it's not the biggest deals. And I think Peter's pretty used to his playstyle by now. His team puts out the heavy lifting.
I actually feel like he's definitely going to be very undervalued if there was a voting system on MVP. Because
the captains never really get that kind of recognition.
Especially the past 5s. Like, he had to show knowing he's going to die, or very likely to die. But he needs to do that so that the ganks on the other lanes work. Oh, there we go. There's one dead Wyvern. Biha?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's a good way to fight this one. Yeah, there's a BKB now. The Alchemist's got to make this one count, but the Drow Ranger is just putting in so much hurt. The Wind Ranger as well. Timbersaw is feeling it. Fata is diving the fountain for this.
Die back.
Oh, that's a dive. No, Visage is coming back in right now. They're going to try for Fata. Fata, does he have cheese? He does not have cheese, but I don't think he cares because he has 30 Bloodstone charges. You mentioned this earlier.
33 now.
They are just throwing stuff at him, but this guy is just not dying. Tiny only has a Blink Dagger and Tranquil Boots, so
they just can't kill this. They can't kill this Timbersaw at all.
They cannot kill this Timbersaw, and even if you kill him, he's coming right
now maybe
back.
They can?
They kill him off? Yep,
yes,
okay.
they do.
And 1 second, revived right back into the game. I talked about this. The Bloodstone charges, man. It's just Bloodstone things. He's back. He can afford to die. He can port back into the game, and you know what? He still has the buyback.
That's 1,000 gold going the way of Tavo just from that Timbersaw kill.
Money is money.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
But the buybacks, that was 3 buybacks from Pain Gaming. So NIP, they're perfectly content with this because they're just forcing Pain Gaming to break the bank, sell whatever they have just to get these buybacks to defend. Because if they did not do that, that would have been a tier 3 tower guard, potentially another lane of racks. And then the game just gets so much harder. But, Pain Gaming, it's so hard for Misery. Like you said, Saksa doing amazing with these double shackles multiple times.
And he puts out a lot of damage with that Drow Aura. He does a lot of damage with Focus Fire. You saw that Alchemist just melting despite BKB. And that is just all Drow Ranger. And hey, look, Timbersaw is back with 3,000 life. I would say more than that. Oh, throwing
Trying
the
to
draw
toss
in.
him
They're
in.
trying to do something good. They're going in for the back. That pick on Peter. That's right. They're going to pick on Peter. Alchemist picks on Peter, but that's a good curse to get as well. The Centaur is low. Good double stun to chain up as well, but the stick charges coming out for mind control keeps him afloat at the very least. The Draw Ranger will fall the first time. Aegis procs and Ace is down. There you go. Oh no, Alchemist is dead. He's immediately forced to buy back. Weeha actually slays the Wind Ranger. That's nice. Centaur is very low. Weeha is doing a lot of work, but his Rexes are falling. And Timbersaw is not who you want to kill, man. Timbersaw is just not the guy to kill. BKB.
He's going for Tavo.
Tavo stays alive.
He doesn't want to.
Not wanting to push the issue here. Yep. Ace is going to back off.
Discipline from NIP. Very nicely done. So they get their objectives. They back out. So that team fight, once again, you see Alchemist is just getting constantly zoned out. He's always getting gone on by 2 heroes. So even with the BKB and the Chemical Rage, you just have 2 pains in the asses which you cannot shake off.
Pains in the asses.
Yeah.
Hey, Lamau. Hades, you're so good at punning.
Man.
Come on, accept the credit. That's great. That's great. Accept the credit. There you go.
But, man, I just feel so bad for this Alchemist. I said he has to do so much this game. He has to, like, farm. He has to create space. How do you do both? He has the Aghanim Scepter coming up. Maybe you could give it to Weeha. I don't even know if it's going to be a game-changing thing. Perhaps you give it to the Ogre. I feel like Ogre could use it a lot more. He could finally buy his Blink Dagger, but does he buyback? He has buyback, so he doesn't want to use it just yet.
Yeah, give the Axe to Ogre. That'll be nice. Oh, he bought one. He's buying one. Who's he going to give it to? It's got to be Ogre, right? It's got to be. Is it Ogre? Did he give it Ogre? Maybe he gave it to Weeha.
Yeah, he did give it to the business.
Okay.
The extra familiar is just too good to give up.
Yeah, Weeha's like, I need money. I need money, fam. Help me out. And I guess the next up in line would be Ogre. The multi-cast, the double Fire Blast is no joke. So we're gonna have to see how they do this one. It's 19 to 49, and they have held on this long. I'm not sure if that is I'm not sure if that is a roast towards NIP, or is that a testament of how good Pain Gaming is at holding high ground despite this heavy loss that they're facing. But yeah, Tiny needs more items, man. This guy is poor.
They are going to try and show the debut of, the new eggs, courtesy of
3 birdies.
Yeah, of HFN. Yeah. Oh, they're looking for Roshan.
Another double damage.
What?
Come on.
Oh, he could actually wait the full duration for the whole minute just to use it to the max. But it looks like he's actually going to bottle it. He's going to save it. We're going to see that next team fight potentially popping up right about now.
Oh, he's about to do Winter's nasty. Okay, that's a good Winter's Curse. They're going to throw out that thing as well. There you go. Going to pop that BKB. Oh, could he take out the Crystal Maiden? Nope. He was about to pick on Peter, but it does not.
Sucks
it does not happen. But that double damage draw, man. Respect it. Respect it. Alchemist gets spun up in the air. Timbersaw is looking at it again. Once again, another shackle shot. Landing from that Wind Ranger. Weeha takes out Peter. Peter goes down. And they're actually zoning them so well. The Lotus off.
Double kill for
Not enough. Weeha slays him. That's 2 down. Centaur Drow dead. Peter forced to buy back. Pain are turning this around. They're flipping the table. NIP just cannot hold.
This is Roshan. Maybe up in 10 seconds. Perfect timing if they can get this. But this will be the tier 2 tower. But NIP bot, they realize, they see what could potentially be happening here. They're pushing out bot. They have no choice but to do that. That's the only play they have right now before they have to go back to defend. This could even be high ground. They have the triple.
No buybacks on the Draw Ranger for a minute. I'm excited, Hades. I'm excited for a game 3. I want to see it. I want to see this. Is it going to happen? The fortification goes out. Oh, this.
They have to realize NIP doesn't have buybacks.
Doesn't have buyback. Do they go straight for throne? Do they?
They're doing
it. They're going straight for the throne. Oh. All right. Let's see if they can do it. Game 3, baby. Let's see it. It could be their demise if they try to greed this one out. Winter's Curse locks down the Wind Ranger. Could chain up a very powerful stun here with the Alchemist. Is he going to land it? Yes, he's going to land it. He blows up the Wind Ranger. That talent is just so powerful. Pain might actually bring this to a game 3.
No way!
Kills behind. They do it. I do not believe this. Every Dota Major delivers the frick out of the games, man. But I'm still calling it too early. The throne still has a little bit of health. The Alchemist is low. He doesn't have buyback. We call it too early. These are buybacks. This is not going to be enough.
He's trying.
He's trying, but he's a single ogre. The draw is back. We called it too early, Hades. We called it too early. Double Custer Curse. How about that, Pain Gaming? Oh no, NIP. Oh, they are going to be breathing a sigh of relief. relief right here. That is a disappointing. Man, talk about disappointments, man. That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt. This is... Oh man, this has got to be the top 10 anime letdowns, right? Is that it? That's what I'm gonna wreck it up as.
I
top
think
10
that's what's
anime letdowns right there.
And
holy crap!
Oh, I just can't, man. But you have to give so much credit to the Centaur deck. He did so much. The value of the Crimson Guard, making sure that they couldn't get the siege as much damage output as they could have had. And just like that, Pain Gaming, they lose everybody. And this is NIP, the desperation. You can see them just throwing all their body gears, trying to buy so much time. And just like this is probably definitely the Mega Creeps. And NIP, they said, no, that was close enough. You can feel the heart attack.
Yeah.
And now the fortification is forced out from Pain Gaming. I don't think NIP, they should be able to close this game out. This should be 2-0.
Yeah,
I don't see a way back into this, Lysander.
2-0 indeed. 35 seconds for that Alchemist. There's just no chance. Pain Gaming get the door shut on them. NIP will close it out. 0-2 for them. Oh boy, what a game. Ninjas in Pajamas. I'm just going to say, go ahead and say this. Peter did that for content. He made it that close for content. Right, Peter? Is that it? That's exactly it. Because you can't script things like that. Or can you? Can you?
I don't know, man. It feels it was way too close. Like, to take that kind of fight. I think that was just NIP getting a bit too cocky around that Roche pit. They underestimated the damage output there. But still, that was amazing Dota being played from both teams.
Final verdict. Who's their MVP here? I mean, let's take a look at this position 3 Wind Ranger. Is it a position 3 or 4? Because he had 15 kills, man. I can't tell.
I still feel it's Fata, man. Did you see how he threw himself in? I would say actually it was between Fata and Mind Control. Do you notice how many times they tried to lock Fata down? But the reason why they kept getting chain stun back is because they knew they needed to kill Fata. He's the only damage output in that fight. Mind Control constantly just toggling the Lotus Orbs back off, and then it was just crazy. So that was how they stalled that push.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. NIP did everything that could have gone right went right for them in that final push. It was that close.
Yeah, I think if Pain Gaming take a look back at this draft, they might want to reconsider picking up Tiny Ever again. There's some we don't like to believe in superstition, but sometimes you just gotta obey the whole thing about fate and destiny, right? You look at 111, the last round it was 3-9, I think. Yeah, so Tiny has not been a good hero for them so far, and they might want to shy away from that. Maybe explore other options. I want to say that Visage didn't actually do too bad. It was just that the lanes up top lost too hard. Yeah, and it just spilled over into his lane as well. I think overall the late game, if anything, that close finish was what showed how good Visage could have been. He took down 2 tier 4 towers, almost got the throne before he was mopped up by the reviving heroes of ninjas. So. Yeah, I would say maybe explore again on Visage. Do you agree?
I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with the pick, but like you said, it was the off lane which did very badly. At the same time, picking up the Alchemist so early on, I know you're very confident about that, but I still feel that Alchemist pick you should just leave in the side lane. The Visage thing probably would have been better. I mean, maybe they could pick something else, knowing that Timbersaw was still left in the pool. And this is something which NIP has done before. I would say NIP actually took a leaf out of a Secrets book the last time they did that. Was it when they picked the Alchemist? Was it them? Or was Pain Gaming who picked the Alchemist and got countered by Timbersaw? Man, if anything, it shows you how they need to work on the way with different strats. It's also the downside of participating in 2 big events in a row, which means that all your strats are on the table. There's only so little time you have to learn and prepare new strats.
And one of the good things, so you talk about strats, one of the good things that came out of this series for Peter's team as well, Ninja in Pajamas, is that he didn't actually have to show many strategies. Both games, he managed to close out with the same strat, essentially, right?
Exactly.
A Drow Wind Ranger strat. Nothing really deviated out of that. Drow, Wind Ranger, Centaur. The core of those 3 were there, and the rest were just supplements to the entire draft. So Peter didn't actually have to show that many strats. He can actually do save the strats, for that main event. You can call it a meme or whatever, but it is a advantage to win here 2-0. Less time expended, less energy expended in the game 3, and you can relax for your next series.
I mean, you have to wonder as well, if you're Pain Gaming, the disaster it is right now for the team mentally, because you just came up with 2 strats you prepared, thinking, I can counter this Drow strat. It's a Drow strat. But it was a disaster. If anything, I felt like they actually failed to rotate the lanes a little bit, which was you wanted to let the Drow go against the Ogre. That was the ideal situation because Drow can't really touch Ogre. But in that case, I feel like Pain Gaming, they probably will look back to it. They may not have to amend their strats too much. It's more like, we should have adjusted the lanes accordingly. Even if you have to do the musical lanes kind of stuff and all, So there's several things. Like clearly Tavo, he just looks uncomfortable basically in his off-lane role. He hasn't been able to shine in the late game or the space creating role in either. You know, so things which they will have to recap on. But NIP, really well played from them.
All right, I think it's time for a little bit of a break. I think get some water, get some snacks, and we'll be right back after these messages.
GX50. More insane than a laser llama who's crazy about K-drama. Stream and game like crazy. Say my name, call me maybe, sorry. And snap like mad, meow like a cat, spam your group. GX50. GX50. Diva in the AM, a rapper in the PM, running for PM, sliding into your DM. See you later, quota, no more limit drama. She's a sugar llama and your baby mama. GX50. More insane than a laser llama. Pew, pew, pew.
Plus 10 finger speed. Plus 10 reaction time. Minus 10 mic abuse.
Order KFC delivery and power up your game. And enjoy free cheesy wedges when you order via the new KFC app. Visit the KFC booth for freebies and cool prizes.
Over time, new generations of predators were optimized with state-of-the-art technology. Go forth and conquer.
Data analytics gives you the advantage of getting to answer questions in a faster time. In esports, you have a topic where all those technologies can be applied with an actual great purpose.
Watch the player's point of view with your favorite setup. Follow your favorite Dota 2 player in every detail. Watch esports your way. Get your digital pass now.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Hades and Lysander here. So this is basically the wrap up where we just want to conclude that Pain Gaming, they lost 0-2 to the NIP. But that was one hell of a series, Lysander.
Yeah, I thought it was going to a game 3. Top 10 enemy letdowns.
Yeah. That was something which got our hearts pumping for sure. That's
yeah.
like, if anything, that's the reason why we watch Dota 2 at these majors.
Yep, the majors always deliver, especially in the group stages.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's all the games we have for today. We are going to be coming back tomorrow, same time. 10 a.m. Malaysian time. Is that it? Yep.
Yes.
10 a.m.
And
Malaysian
that
time.
game will be Forward Gaming, which is the Resolution Universe stack. Is it? It's a Yawar Resolution Universe, if I'm not mistaken, against Pain X, which will be the CCNC Ritsu. That's going to be a bit of a kind of like a, I wouldn't say NA, the battle who is more dominant.
Yeah, NA versus X, X Peter's proteges, I guess.
Yes.
No, wait, all of them are Peter's proteges, right? Kind of. If you look at it in some way, they're all Peter proteges.
Dude, that's his strat. He's gonna spread all that salt around around.
So tomorrow's the Padawan showdown, right? 10 a.m. Malaysian time or Singapore time if you wanna do a quick Google search. But yeah, it will be another best of 3. It will be me and Hades again. What do you call us again?
The Lion Duo.
The Lion Duo. I'm not sure. I'm not very sold on the name yet, but you know, let us know. You know, tweet at us, follow us, and then yeah, our names are right down here, and then we will be back tomorrow for more games. Okay, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.